Oh, hello everybody. Welcome back to BareRose Garage. It's another Sunday. How goes it, everybody? Looks like we've got a few people in the house already. We got Mr. Rich GT350. Good to see you, man. Mr. Tim Windsor, best and nicest guy on all of YouTube. What's going on, man? Unfinished project. Up. What's going on, man? And of course, ASO, Auto Savage Outlaws. Good to see y'all. And there, look, holy Hannah's BareRose, cousin Mike. Thanks again for helping me today, cousin Mike. We had to get up and fix my roof. I finally got around to fixing my dining room roof. It was leaking a little bit and had to roll on. Well, it's a rubber roof, so it's a special silicone-based sealant I had to roll out on it. Kind of nasty, but hopefully it works. Well, I'll be dadgum. Frankenstein C20. What's going on, man? Good to see you. I haven't seen you in quite a while. I hope everything's going good. And Twisted Mopar's Garage. Always good to see you, brother. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Mr. Lars, what's going on? You still keeping JB in line? You guys are coming right down to the wire. The No Name Nationals, as you can see right here in this little ticket taker right here, she's about ready to happen. And I can't recommend it enough to all of you. Even if your car ain't going to make it, it's all in pieces like mine still is. I highly recommend going as a spectator. You'll meet some of the best people on this planet, I guarantee. And you'll have the time of your life. Hey, Bruce, what's going on? I texted you in YouTube, Gmail, huh? Oh, I'll have to take a look at it. I looked at my Yahoo, but I didn't see it. But I got to dig through the spam file. Sometimes stuff gets lost in there. But yeah, Bruce, I'll look into it. My Yahoo account, I haven't checked it for a little while. It's been about 4 or 5 days since I checked it. I need to check it. Oh, really? My phone is such a it's a POS. That's the easy way to say it. Sometimes cousin Michael even texts me, and he'll show up here, and we'll stand kind of close together as we're like walking by, and all of a sudden my phone will light up, and I'll look at it and say, "Oh, you texted me this," and he say, "Yeah, I sent that to you yesterday. It just barely came through." I don't know what the heck it is. Oh, you sent a couple pictures, huh? Oh, way cool. Yeah, I'll dig into it and I'll look. Sometimes that kind of stuff gets thrown into the spam file and I got to dig through all of the junk mail. Mr. Stephen Holtz, hey, did you finally get in off that boat? He's been out there in the middle of the ocean riding out that hurricane. Oof. Good to see you though, man. And as always, on all my lives there, I got the link posted up there. If any of you want to hop on in, talk about your projects, talk about whatever, hop on in. We'll talk about whatever. I think I actually titled this one. What the heck was I going to talk about? I don't remember. Nope. Oh, man. They just don't want to let you go. Tuesday, huh? I'll be dadgum. It's good to see you on here, though, because, yeah, I know you're safe out there. I can't imagine riding out a hurricane. Yeah, all those naked cars. See, that one there, it's even got its shirt off. See? Yeah, that's spam. Yeah. And like I said, I've had that Yahoo one for a long time. So yeah, it gets compounded. Hey, there we go. Busted Radio. What's all? Listen while working on Linda. How's Linda coming? The other BRG's in the house. Last I seen you was pulling the heads off. Boy, I hope it's good news when you got them heads off. Naked cars. Yep, totally naked. Hey, one-eyed cat. What's going on, Don? Good to see you, Wendy. You guys about ready to load up and go? How many days is it for you guys? Well, you can drive it all in one day, if I remember right. BRG and his shop dog named No. That's perfect name for a dog. No. That's a good name for a kid. No, that was my name for a long time. No, and a couple other ones. Sometimes they'd even use first name and middle name. Hell no. My buddy, Edge of Eternity, huh? Yeah, 3 more and he's got his 1,000. Yeah, everybody go check him out. If he's got something good in there, yeah, throw him a sub and a like and all that good stuff. We're all in here to help each other out. We're doing an overnight in Cleveland Tuesday night, then Sykeston on Wednesday. Sweet. Engines in pieces out of the car. Oh, Lord. Half here, half machine shop. You leave in 3 days, maybe, huh? Boy, we're all pulling for you there, BRG. And anybody who hasn't subbed BRG here, Busted Radio Garage, highly recommend it. He's got some really good stuff. And if you're a channel member, if you do the channel membership for Busted Radio here, he pays it forward to you. It's not like any other normal channel memberships that you see around on YouTube here. He actually takes care of you in a lot of ways. Go check him out. I'm pretty sure everybody in here already knows about you, but hey, I'll throw it out there for you. Yeah, and I know about those last minute thrashes. Holy cow. Especially when you're at the mercy of somebody else's work, when you got to take it to the machine shop, when you got a deadline. Yeah, we're pulling for you, man. Cleveland, nice place. My second wife, she was from the Pittsburgh area, a little town of Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania. It's right by Lancaster and Pennsylvania side. She used to say that they would slip away and sneak into Cleveland to go partying because Cleveland was the party town. Linda is just being Linda, huh? You know, it's the cars that fight me are the ones that I like the most because I'll always remember them. Even if one of them was a PT Cruiser. Raining today here, huh? Just need to put the wheels on it, check fluids, add some gas, then can get it off the ground. Alignment first thing in the morning. Front end's all good. Yeah, you and your brother got that front end all back together. And now it's got carpet in it and everything. Boy, you're going to be high class down there now. Next year, the people at Carlisle won't even recognize you. No problem at all, BRG. Keep up the good work, man. You are a good man and a good channel. Yeah, like I said, I got my little ticket join in link. Good Lord. I think I done fried my brain a little bit while I was up there, rolling on that roof ceiling, dreaming about being in here twisting wrenches on that thing. I did get a new acquisition for the car, though. I went out there and I found those seats out of that 67 Thunderbird 4-door, the old suicide door Thunderbirds. You seen it in my short there. I pulled the front seats out of front buckets out of it. For some reason, I was thinking them was going to be lighter, but they ain't light. There ain't nothing light about a Thunderbird seat. I pulled a few of the Mustang ones. These suckers are heavy. Same thing, just a low back. And they got these little Thunderbird emblems that go in the crest of them there. But a good friend of mine, the owner of the restoration shop that I used to work for, he wants to use my backhoe to dig he's building an artesian greenhouse. He's really into growing his own vegetables and self-sufficient, very self-sufficient type guy. Cool guy. His name's Rex. And does extraordinary paint and body and restoration work. Anyway, he wants to use my backhoe to dig him an artesian greenhouse. So he working a deal with him. He's going to go ahead and reupholster those seats for me for the use of my backhoe. Even though I told him he could use that backhoe anytime, just come and get it. In fact, I told him if it's gone, then I know he's got it. It's really early Ohio, about 30 minutes southwest, stopping at my Uncle Sonny's. Oh, he's the guy that used to own the car, isn't he? Yeah. I finally got the engine for Mint, my 68 Fairlane back from the machine shop when I get home. Sweet. Yeah, like Auto Salvage says there, we're all pulling for you, brother. In fact, there, see if I can scover around there. There they are there. You can see the driver's side, boy, he must have had a late night Taco Bell run or something because they're pretty blowed out there in the bottom. But the seats themselves are actually, except for that part there, they're still soft and supple and everything. They actually feel pretty good. But I'll probably do the fabric part of them black, and then I'll just paint the metal backing and the metal that goes around red, because the whole car is going black and red. Yeah, like a damn dumb fool. I I decided to wear my thermals. They're just these lightweight. What are they called? 32 degree, I think is the name of the company. Thermals, because in the first thing in the morning here, it's about 41, 42 degrees is all. So, and it takes about until noon before it to warm up. So I thought, I'd wear this, and then when it gets to warm up, I just had to take my thermal flannel shirt off. That worked out pretty good, but now it's like 105 in the shop here. I'm sweating my damn butt off. Actually, I think it's about 98 in here right now. I can't see my thermometer. It's on the other side over there. The 80-82 seats are heavy. Yeah, especially the power ones. I have 81. They're actually Mercury, but they're the same seats in the Thunderbird. Those are in my 50 cop car. They're power, but yeah, they're heavy. And we got another set of them. Cousin Mike's got them in his Mercury Marquis that he got. They're actually really comfortable, but they're kind of a strange looking, pillowy, grandpa looking seat. But as you can see, this January I'm gonna be a grandpa anyway, so I guess it kind of fit now. Late night Taco Bell, yep. You can trust a lot of things in this old world, but the one thing you can never trust is a late night Taco Bell fart. I'll tell you what. A balmy, cloudy 76 here in Delaware, huh? Way cool. I was just talking to somebody a little bit ago about Delaware. He had to go over. Oh, my good friend that I went to school with, he bought an airplane from Delaware, and they had to run over there. He bought it sight on. Well, he'd seen it, of course, on the ad, but it was a 61, 62 Piper, but it was a what are they called? Tie anchored off of the tarmac, and not in a hangar. It's a parts airplane, is what it was. And he ran over there, rented a Ryder truck, took the airplane apart, stuck it in the Ryder, and drug it all the way back here to Idaho. And he's rebuilding it. Kind of funny. We grew up building hot rods and stuff like this, me and old Rodney, and now he's building airplanes. He keeps telling me he wants to take me up in the air, but I've rode with him a few times. I don't know if I trust him like a couple hundred or 1,000 feet up in the air. Oh, yeah, if you're watching, Rod. Yeah, but he bought it over there all the way across country. he's got to take it clear apart though, replace all the I'd have to get him on here to explain all of the technical terms and stuff, but the braces that come in to mount the wings, they're all corroded from the salt water air in the air there in Delaware. And he's got a lot of work to do. He bought it mostly for the engine, for his other plane. Aviation stuff, boy, that is interesting stuff to get into. If you find out how simple everything is. You take apart an airplane engine, you see a lot of crossover, you know, from automotive, even tractor stuff that is in airplane stuff. And they make it, well, they make it super simple like that, so it doesn't, nothing can go wrong. And the simpler you make it, the better it is. And of course, it's just a little airplane. It's, well, it's classified as a 4-seater, but I seen the back seat in his airplane. An infant in a car seat could maybe fit back there sideways. It's basically a 2-seater. Anyway, I'll get him on here sometime. You was his 1,000th sub, huh? Sweet. Never bored S10 addict. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Glad you made it. No problem, Tim. Good seeing you, Stephen, and good luck out there. So, like I said, I got the link posted up there. If anybody wants to hop on in, hop on in. This week, I hope to get a little more done on the car. What I'm actually doing is button down the hatches and get ready for old man winter that's coming right around the corner now. Last year, I got way behind, and yeah, come spring, I had a lot extra work to do. Because here in Idaho, it's like a light switch. You go from sweating your butt off out here to boom, freezing out here. And I still got, you know, a whole bunch of moving, cleaning, pushing, so I can plow it a little easier this year. Move those 2 cars back over, put them out in the back where nobody can see them. And yeah, it's just general work like that. Get the tractors up closer to the shop so I can plug them in. There's nothing harder than trying to start a mechanical diesel in 20 below weather. And I sure don't want to hand shovel this big old driveway. Oh, what's everybody else been working on? Keeping yourself busy. Oh, I'll be dadgum. Would you look here? Hey, Mater, what's going on, brother?
Yep. Oh, not much. Just had to put my computer, the other computer, back together.
Oh.
See if I can get it actually working, since I've been doing everything on my laptop right now.
Is it a desktop?
Yeah, the desktop is what was giving me problems. Um, what I wound up purchasing was a HP Omen 30L, and it just would all of a sudden just shut off. And unfortunately, it was a common problem I found out on that computer. So I've been trying to track it down and trying to figure out what's going on with it. And I ain't figured it out yet.
That's the nice thing about a desktop, though, is you can open them up and get in there, and you can change stuff. That's
Yep.
why I went with a desktop instead of a laptop.
Yep. Well, I mean, I've got my laptop and it's doing good. Eventually, what I want to do now, the laptop itself is an Asus, and my plan is to get a different uh, case and everything. I've already got my eyes on one, it's like $45. It'll allow more cooling and everything on it. Get a different motherboard, and go to a bigger radiator.
Trying to cool it.
Yeah, get it cooled down
Get it cooled
and
down.
right, because on that one there, I can put more fans and everything inside of it to get more air not only in, but also I can put a bigger radiator in it.
Yeah,
So,
doing this video and stuff like that, you got to have a pretty good machine.
yeah, I'm gonna keep the video card because I got the was it the NVIDIA RTX 3080 Ti, and from what I understand, that's a good one. So I'm keeping that one. I will be upgrading from 16 to 32 meg on the RAM. So, and I'm actually going to be adding a couple of more two 1 terabyte hard drives.
Yeah.
So I'll have about 3.5 terabyte hard drive total space.
And you use them up in a hurry. I got these. Yeah, you can see I still got it plugged in. This is where all my videos and stuff are. I buy these externals. This one is I think this one's a 2, but I fill up a 1 terabyte one pretty quick.
Do you?
Yeah. But
Maybe,
the price of these has come right down. So.
well, luckily for me, I had a couple old laptops that were Windows 7 and stuff like that. But one of them had a 1 terabyte hard drive. So, I mean, I took it out and going, that would work. And then the other one, it's only a 320. Like,
Oh, Lord, that's tiny.
Yeah. So,
one video would eat that right up.
Right. But now these will not fit inside of this case. Okay. But this other one I've got, it will.
There you go. Yeah, you got to tunnel ram that laptop.
Yep. So this is actually one that will actually fit in there.
Oh, be dadgum, Irish. What's going on, brother?
Well, we're riding around in Bonnie.
Sweet.
Is it echoing on you?
No, you're all right.
Yep.
Audio's a little scratchy, but you're all right.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm not driving or anything.
Yeah, his audio.
Yeah,
his audio is really messing up.
How's that? Is that better?
A little bit.
Like
background noise.
Just like the old and got to get ready. Get ready to see everybody on top of it.
Oh man, I can barely make out what you're saying.
Yeah, I can't.
Dang good to see you though, man.
Yeah.
Cruising down the road in Bonnie. And everybody, this is Irish Outlaws Garage. Go check him out. He's got some awesome stuff.
He's got the awesome stuff. Yeah, I'll let you hear me.
I'll be right back. I already got a different Phillips.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's coming in a little better.
we just got a bad super dig, so I just put some people in the crankcase. We're driving home. Someone changed it.
Oh,
But other than that, man, I couldn't be happier the way it runs. It's fantastic. You would be surprised what a little small block Buick can pull.
there you go. Now your audio's coming.
Yeah. This thing will it'll haul ass. Right, little small block Buick. But
That's what Buick and Oldsmobile were made for, is torque.
oh, they're torque right out of the hole, man. This thing will take. You know, it lacks in the top because it is a small block. It don't have the high end, but this is a high compression engine. It's 10.25. Right under 300 volts from the factory.
Yeah, old Landon, he had what year was that, cousin Mike? 68 Skylark. Boy, a beautiful car. And it had torque for days.
Yeah. This is my
It was all in at like 3,500, but you didn't have to spin it any faster than that.
I've been messing around. I put electronic ignition in it. Put ready to run from a company out of New York. And they're a little different to deal with the way the Buick, the timing from. So I've been messing around with adjusting the vacuum and bands. I thought about locking it out completely. But I didn't want to do that. I'm getting rid of the points, but still want to make things as real as possible.
Uh-oh, you're breaking up now. Yeah, you froze.
Yeah. I'm back.
Huh.
Give me a little bit. I'm back on.
Yeah, that's 68.
Got my camera guy with me.
What's going on, brother? Is that Zeppy with you? I couldn't quite get.
Yeah. Say hi. This thing runs like a top. I love it. This has become my favorite car.
Is this the one you're bringing to the No Names?
Yeah, we'll be there Saturday.
Saturday?
Hold on, man. Pulling up to my wonderful, cleaned out, pristine garage. Oh.
Oh, now your audio is coming in really good.
There. How's that?
Yeah, the audio.
He has a hell of a time. Yeah, I'm in my driveway, so I got my internet. He has a hell of a time with this buckle, and I always have to. It's probably a good thing. But I haven't even looked at I don't get on very much anymore. Trying to go through now that I can do it. I'm stopped. Yeah, dang, you got a whole bunch of people in here. There's that damn half Australian there. And
Dayton.
Tim. Yep. No, we're I can show you now that we're home.
GS. Uh-oh, froze again there.
As that internet connection.
There. Now I bet we can hear. You there?
Yep.
What happened to this thing?
Your audio got better, but now your video freezes
that's my
every
bad.
now and then.
Now I bet I can hear you. Yeah, there you are. No, it's 340.
340.
This is that electronic small cap ignition I put on it, and this is the original air cleaner to this car.
Sweet.
And I did go ahead and change. I changed the alternator too because it was making all kind of woo noises. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna bring it down there. I'll be down there Saturday, probably right before noon sometime.
Did you put your roof fix in it like you did Artemis?
This thing is angering me. I don't know why it's so quiet. Anyway, hold on. This thing. Why is this thing so quiet?
Don't you just
I can barely hear you now. Anyway. Yeah.
Are you going to be bringing?
We're having a good old time trying to get this thing ready. Which I'm being a pain in the butt right now because I'm trying to do 5 things at once. There. Now maybe I can get you. There we go.
How's that?
Now can I come on?
Good?
Why aren't you working? Okay, I'm about to start cussing. I'm close.
We're 38 minutes in.
Why is it in the call?
It's electronics, that's why.
For some reason, let me leave and come right back.
Sure, no
I know
problem.
what's wrong.
Hey,
Stick
I
a
know what's wrong.
screwdriver in it.
Hey, BareRose, it's more technically advanced than he is.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah.
I've always said if they put a slot in there, I could stick a screwdriver in and twist it around a little bit. That'd probably get this thing to run pretty good.
Yeah, that's the one thing I still can't believe. How much electronics and computerized cars have gotten over the years. And the fact you have to have a computer to talk to the computer on the car, and they will talk together, have a little conversation, and they'll tell you what's wrong.
There.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Oh, sweet.
Anyway, yeah, I don't know how much of me you heard, but I'm going to be there Saturday morning.
Cool.
And then we got to get home. We may spend the night until Sunday, maybe not, because it's only a 2-hour drive. Because I got to get back home because I got to be at work. And then I got to work till Tuesday night. And then Wednesday, me and my oldest are leaving for Tucson, Arizona.
Yeah. Then
In this talk. So, yeah, we're going to duct tape drags.
Too bad.
And I've already got a message by.
Just keep going.
Yeah, I got a message by Lucky Costa messaged me and asked me if it's going to be there. And I said, yeah. And I was thinking about maybe not, because let's just talk about politics another time. But fuel costs and stuff like that, and
I mean, it's tough for everybody at the moment, but that's the thing is I'm figuring 10 mile a gallon, maybe, or 3,100 and some odd miles
How does she
at
run
$4
on
a gallon.
mid-grade? Have you tried on mid-grade, or is she only premium?
It's a high. I actually haven't tried premium.
Oh, really?
I'm trying to run it on 87 and it don't like it.
Oh, I'm sure it don't like it.
It spark knocks like a son of a gun. But like I said, this is a high compression engine. High, like
Yeah.
holy shit high. And it don't like it. It spark knocks. I can dial it a little bit with that vacuum advance because it's, adjustable when you really want. But I'm pretty sure if I put some 93 in it with some boost or something like that, it'd probably run a whole lot better. But
Oh, you should be able to get it to run on 91
yeah,
without any problem.
around here we have 93. We got 87, 89,
yeah.
and 93. And I think, doesn't it, you get out to Arizona, California area, don't they have like the alcohol content in their fuel too or something like that?
Actually, the farther west you go, the harder it is to find like E85 in that.
Yeah,
it's all like, standard.
I've got one of the racetrack gas stations. They carry E85 about 15 miles from here.
Yeah. I wish I could afford 110. That'd be fun in this car. 120, some kind of like airplane fuel or something.
Just stop by.
I don't know. I'd probably throw the rods right out the bottom of it.
Have you tried going out to a gas station, a little private gas station? See if they'll sell you some?
Yeah. No, I pretty much the only gas I put in this was 87 out of Casey's because I'm a cheap son of a bitch. But like I said, it runs good on the 87. It just spark knocks a little, but I think I'll get better mileage out of it with a higher octane. So, but I did that with the Javelin on Power Tour. I never put anything lower than 93 in it, and I got 14 in that 304 gas guzzling son of a gun. So I imagine this one, it may do a lot better than that.
So what kind of car is that?
Huh?
What kind of car is that? I'm not familiar with it. Yeah. Ah. Is that a Wildcat? Okay, GTS.
No, it's a GS 340.
Okay.
It's a pretty rare car, actually. Like, you look them up, you see me and a Mecum auction. It was originally white with the red accents, and it was owned by a cul-de-sac in Peoria, Illinois. What I mean by that, a guy bought it in '67 right off the showroom floor up there in Peoria, and then he drove it, sold it to a neighbor on his cul-de-sac. That neighbor sold it to another neighbor a few years later on that cul-de-sac. Somewhere along the line, the guy decided to restore it, and they did a very good job of restoring it. But instead of painting it the white that it was originally, they painted it black. And then it went through like 6 people in this cul-de-sac. Like literally this one little neighborhood owned this car. And finally a kid ain't a kid, he's my age, but at the time he's a kid, out of Springfield, Illinois, bought it, and it was his daily driver. He took it to a transmission shop in Peoria that specialized in BOP transmissions, because this has that, they call the ST300. It's a switch pitch, 300 2-speed. It's actually a 3-speed, but and he got it done, and he was having some work done on his house. So he didn't want it sitting at the house where these carpenters are doing a bunch of crap. So he put it in the storage lot. He was going to keep it there. And, if he wanted it for a drive or something like that, like they have the Route 66 festival in Springfield. I got stickers there's stickers on the hood of the boot lid here that's got that in it. Well, anyway, he parked it there, and about 2 weeks later, drunk driver come around a corner in a minivan, a Windstar minivan, and barrel rolled up on top of this car.
Oh,
And it sat like this since 96. It's been sitting there. And they were gonna maybe scrap it out and like steal some parts off of it and all that. And I saw it on Marketplace, marked as a GTO. And
Probably because Marketplace has no idea what a Buick GS
no, they wouldn't know. But yeah, anyway, I bought the car and I got a whole nother body with it, a GS 400 body with it, white one actually. But it was rusty on the roof here, you know, like this one is. It's scaly, and it's in pretty bad shape too. But it's up there in Springfield at a guy's house. The guy that actually got me the car. But I gave very little for this car, like very little, and I got it running. I got it running in a matter of a week or two, but it's been a battle because there was old antifreeze in it that I'm still flushing out. It's brown, nasty, rusty, and I got a brand new radiator in this thing. And Wednesday I have another new radiator coming to replace this one because this one is completely clogged.
Plugged it.
I thought I had it, you know, cleaned out enough, but I didn't. So
how rare is that car then?
This car is apparently one of 2,500.
Wow.
That's including if it was an executive model, a Riviera. We're talking Grand Sports. They did put a Grand Sport on a Riviera. I don't know if it was that, but anyway, it's something like 2,500 or 2,700 of these cars, and that's including all of them. The silver ones and the white ones. And mine was a white one. Most people bought the silver ones, so that makes this one even rarer. But I don't even care about that. I just love driving the thing.
Damn.
Especially with these old school Traegers. You can't go wrong.
Have you got a breakdown on how many were painted white and how many were painted silver?
I found it and I got it in the house somewhere. But it's the actual, they only came in two colors. They came in white and silver with the red accents. And the difference in option was automatic or stick. And you could get buckets or a full bench. Stock was a full bench, but when you ordered it, you could get the buckets. And this one has the buckets and it's an automatic. So I don't know. I thought about doing one of those reports on it. You know, or what do they call them, a Marty, or
Yeah.
Because I can't find the build sheet, it's gone. But I imagine I could figure out something. You know,
The way I see it, though, that's just extra money to spend.
Right. I know that there was for Chrysler, they had about 3 different spots. They would put the build sheet, and one, of course, was behind the rear seat.
Yeah.
Another place, believe it or not, was behind the glove box.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I've had the seat out and I've had the tank out because the other place was on top of the tank.
On top of the tank, yep.
Right. You can check
Fords generally would have them behind that your car next to your back seat.
Yep.
Like on the passenger side. In the back seat, that door, I call it a door card, but it ain't the door. It's just like right there where your body would be if you're in the back seat.
Now, I found one. I was in a junkyard one time, and I pulled the back off of the passenger seat and found it was a plastic that went on the back of the passenger seat. There was a build seat behind that.
Huh. I'll have to look into that. I'm afraid to touch it. The glove box is all there, and it's one of them paper ones.
Right.
Yep.
So I'm afraid to, you know.
Disintegrates.
Yep.
Not to mention it's had all that water through not having a windshield for 20 years. I did get the heater blower working today out of nowhere. started messing with the switch, and it started working. Nothing blew out in my face.
Wow.
So now I got heat and defrost.
Good.
But I'm full of rare cars.
There's Artemis.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
I got that one. She's been driving that almost every day.
Oh, really?
I don't know if these guys have seen that. But that's he's wearing the shirt.
The world's fastest.
My first merch. But that's our ambulance. If some of you guys haven't seen it, but and then BareRose has seen that one personally.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
and then he's seen this one too.
There's Javi.
Yeah, we drive that one about every day. So we don't got nothing that sits around here.
Taillights look like on Javi.
Huh?
I even know what the back of the taillights look like on Javi.
Taillights on what?
On Javi.
Oh yeah.
When you change it right there, it was going over to Lambert's.
Yeah. Yeah, they're
Oh,
pretty yeah. Kind of hard to miss. But then I've got all the other ones in the back. You really can't see them. They're way back there. The FMX in my Ranchero finally said so.
Yeah, it's common on it.
I was going to bring it down there this year, but I'm putting the C6 in it. I got to do some swapping, and
There you go. That's what I tell
But yeah,
everybody
I
about the FMXs. They always ask me, what do you think about them? I said, well, they're really good to pull out and put a C6 behind it.
yeah. Well, I've got two of them. I got the one that's in the car, and I got the one that I ruined. And I was talking to my transmission guy, my Tony, and he said, don't do it. He says, I'm not touching that damn thing. It ain't worth building. And I said, okay. So I had the C6 that was behind that motor originally, and I got it. Dan, you have a wreck? Oh, blood red or blood pink. But yeah, he's got my C6 that I had behind that motor when I bought that motor before I built it, and he's going to go through it. And the only thing I got to change is the yoke at the end of the drive shaft, the clip yoke, and I got to change. I got to get a different cable from the shift handle down to the transmission. It's got a different bracket style on it, so I got like a 2800 stall. That'll be perfect for that damn thumper cam.
That's what you stuck in it, was a thumper?
Yeah, it's got a, yeah.
A mother thumper or something?
It's a camshaft that is completely for the, the hog. That's all it's there for. It does nothing but make noise. But, yeah. But, well, I seen you was on, my brother. I thought I'd say, hey, I don't get online very much anymore, so.
I figured you've been busier than busy.
Not, and I'm hungover too. I had a last show with my country band last night. That was our last show, and I may have had one too many, if that's possible. But I got into the Jack Daniels too, so Jack Daniels, Budweiser, music, and then I got home at 3:00 in the morning, and I get woken up at 7. Hey, let's go to the log cabin stuff today. Okay. Get up, walk it off, man. Air the dog.
Are you going to bring your PA?
No.
To the no-names this year?
No. He asked me about it, and I really wished I could have helped it, but I can't take off work this year because of that trip I'm taking. But I wanted to make sure that I made it down there for one day at least. But it's getting that way for a couple of us too. I know Buff's been trying to get his van done, and it's This is a lot less than what I had last year. Remember last year, this week?
Oh yeah.
I was live out here all the time, pissed off at an engine. So, and then I messed up my transmission and couldn't drive it anyway. But this one here, all I got to do is I'm just going to change that rear of the. You what?
Beating the hell out of an oil pan.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, all I got to do to this one to be able to go down there now is just I'm going to change that radiator out and put a different thermostat in it. Probably flush it one more time, and she's ready to go. She runs good. But I even got, I don't know if you guys seen that. You see them speakers?
Custom mounting.
I went full old school redneck.
Are those little realistics? Oh, Pioneers. Okay. Hey, they're a step up from the realistics.
Yeah. Pioneer, they're TS-X200s, the old three-way mounts. I got them, but so nobody gets hit in the head, I actually Velcroed them to the carpet I put in. Because that was the thing back in the day. You'd hit the brakes, and whoever's in the back seat got hit in the head with a speaker. So
I got a set of realistic ones here somewhere. They look a lot like that, but they're total garbage.
yeah, there's a guy on my marketplace near me that has a set of those Pioneer truck speakers. You remember those? They were kind of the same thing. They had an 8-inch woofer and then a tweeter on the top, and you put them behind your seat of your truck. I thought about grabbing them and throw them in the trunk and throw an amp on them because them things would kick. But my oldest wants me to put some subs in it. It's like I'm not listening to subs for 3,000 miles. Not happening. But
that's what cherry bombs and glass packs are for.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I better get off here, guys. A few more things to do before I hit in the truck in the morning. So
be safe out there and tell everybody hi for me.
Yep. We'll see you, man. See you guys.
All right, take care.
And we get to see the New Zealand countryside.
Someone's driving on the wrong. Hey, someone's driving on the wrong side of the road.
In the rain too.
Yeah.
Did the same thing with the Cutlass I had back in high school. Sweet.
So BareRose, what are you taking with you?
I'm not going to make it to the Netherlands this year. My dad goes back into the doctor tomorrow.
Yeah, I was hoping to be able to go, but since I have not been working since October last year, funds are a little hard to come by, and I don't have anything I can take. So I'm hoping that get back to work here soon, and next year I can make it. Because I would love to show up with that little idea I've got, and that's a mini top fuel dragster with a 670 and a blower on it, running nitromethanol.
Oh Lord, that's big stuff.
Yeah.
I couldn't afford a gallon of that stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I need a job and everything. That way I can afford to get something like that built and just put down the track.
Boy, New Zealand is just beautiful.
Yeah. Anything down that way is actually almost any place in the world is. I mean, I don't care where you're from, it's beautiful there.
I don't know. I couldn't stand downtown LA.
Okay.
I'm not a city person, though.
I'll tell you what, I do take that back. We can eliminate most of California. We can eliminate the upper part of Illinois, most of New York State. I'm trying to think of what else.
My sister used to live in upstate New York. She said it was actually beautiful, but the politics and the taxes and everything just drive you right out of there.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I'm happy where I'm at here in Texas. There's a lot of things around to see and do.
Texas would be all right if it wasn't so hot all the time.
Well, the thing about with our Texas summers is if you're a bad person, it gets you acclimated to further south. That's the way I look at it. You know, and I mean, I told my girlfriend who's from Oklahoma City, before she actually moved down in springtime 2 years ago. And I told her, I said, all right, well, you're coming down right before Texas summer. She said, oh, I can't be all that bad. She was going, I said, see, I told you, Texas summers ain't nothing to mess around with. She goes, uh-uh. But she does like Texas winter. Because we might see snow 5 days out of the entire year. And that's all that lasts, 5 days.
Good heavens, up here, we pray for snow because that means it's warm enough to snow.
But, I mean, here, now, where I'm at, yeah, I mean, I'm here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. It's not that bad. But now you get up, say, the Lubbock area up there in the Panhandle. Now that's about the same altitude or north as Oklahoma City. So yeah, you're going to get snow and everything up there.
We almost moved to Amarillo once.
Amarillo by morning.
Yep.
Oh, there's that guy holding up the orange sign.
Yeah, got Mr. John Wilburn in here.
Hey, John.
The man of the hour. What's going on?
Yep.
The guy that put this together for us. Can't thank you enough, John.
Hey, don't forget his counterpart, Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I guarantee you, someone was saying, everybody's going, I'm going to be the first one there. I'm going to be the first one there. I can guarantee you, who's going to be the first one inside the gate? The owner of the track. Because he's got the key to unlock it.
Mr. Jeffers?
Yep.
I don't know. Dallas is pretty able. I think he could hop the fence.
Or is he going to get a
Mr.
running
Jeffers
start?
is a pretty cool
John's
guy,
going to be standing. I guess John's going to be standing there like this. Say, here you go, up and over. Give him that springboard effect.
Actually, down there in Sykeston and the little town of Minor, that like real, they're kind of connected. Everybody around there was really good people. Every gas station you went into and everything, if you told them about the event, they're all excited about it.
Right.
You go to some of them places and they're not too hip on the whole car thing and stuff, but that whole community was. It's pretty cool.
I know John, he was talking the other night on his stream how clean the track was. When everybody left. And I mentioned, now I've actually worked at the Texas Motorplex, and of course, that's NHRA, and they have the Nationals out there. Okay, you would not believe how dirty that place can be after a Nationals. And there's no the only place you can camp at is actually in the pits. There's no other place to be.
$77 hours for
Damn.
the no-name nationals. Ah,
Now,
this time last year, I was headed on the road. Yeah, and it's a little tiny town.
like I said, yeah, I mean, I would love to go to it as a spectator, but I just don't have the funds for it. That's the biggest problem that I've got.
Well, we hope we can see you there next year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, of course, I didn't know about it until earlier this year when it was on one of the other channels I found out about, and he was talking about it. That's how I found out about the no name.
Boy, the orange cones are universal.
Yep.
They got the orange dunce caps even in New Zealand. Look at that. Still freaks me out to see those old cab over trucks like that, though. Or newer ones, I guess. Here, it's all semi trucks.
Yeah, and well,
Like that right there.
the cab overs,
Stuff too.
right. Well, the cab overs are still a semi, but do you know why we went from a cab over design to conventional?
Putting the nose on them. They lightened up on the length to weight.
It was the length of the truck and everything. They actually extended it, so now you can actually, a conventional is more economical because the cab overs, they catch so much wind and they're not aerodynamic as much. Yeah, but the overall length got longer, but that's why. Now, I was at, I don't know if you saw those 2 videos I did when I was at the junkyard, but I wound up, I did a video of, there was no Ford cab over, and I wound up watching it, the guy later on was back out there, and the cab and everything, he actually ripped off the frame. And all that.
Me and Landon are actually looking at a 64 Ford cab over right now.
That might have been what this one was. It was a big old box van, and I mean it was totally enclosed. You had the cab that was separate from the other, but I mean, it'd been sitting there, and nope.
It's a freaky feeling in them too.
Yeah.
Our hauler was an old school bus. It was actually an event bus. There was the one that carried the football team around.
Right.
So it had a highway gears in it. So it worked pretty good. But you sit way in front of the front axle. So you turn that old thing and you turn before the bus turns. It's kind of an eerie, weird feeling. You feel like a foot ornament.
I knew someone who actually took an old school bus, conventional kind, and they actually modified it as an enclosed trailer for his race car.
Yeah. The guy that we sold our hauler to, he actually uses it for his race car. Hey, Chris, what's going on, man?
I just want to stop in and say hello. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I hear you great.
Yep.
Oh.
Boy, it looks pretty good up on there.
I thought maybe you would be into it because it's something custom with double tires like yours in the back.
Hey, anybody thinks that far out of the box, you're all right by me, man.
Hey, dual tires in the back gives you double the chance of winning the Smoky Burnout contest.
Hey, if one goes flat, you always got a spare, right? You're carrying a
Yep.
witcher right there.
Or if you pop both of them, you're ahead of the game in that regard, that you pop 2 tires or 4 tires instead of 2. I just want to come on real quick and say hello. Yeah.
Can't wait to see this one when she's finished, brother.
I wanted to get it over there for that no name. That's what it was built for, but it doesn't look like I will be able to travel with the truck there. This vehicle, whatever you want to call it, car truck.
Yeah. Where are you out of?
I'm coming from Staten Island, New York. If I was to leave, looking about 1050 with the mileage. So I might just drive a hatchback up there and just enjoy it the day, just as a day to enjoy.
Yeah. It's a 1,600-mile haul one way for me too.
It would have been, right? Wow. And where are you out of?
Idaho,
Oh, wow. Yeah.
the state that hardly anybody can find on a map.
It's a satellite.
Hey, what's going on, Blake?
Oh, boy.
Where I think I can find that. I'll look for that picture here somewhere. Got a picture of it when we were first building it. We hadn't painted it yet. It's here somewhere. Now watch me screw up and blow the whole thing. Hey, you even got chicks in the back. Look at there.
The whole thing is to get the clutch to line up with this old style pedal setup.
Oh, you're going to try to do them under the floor?
I have the slave cylinder from the Cummins just dangling. If I get the actuation rod to get in seat in there, I could try to use the original stuff.
Yeah. I was just looking, and for me, it'd be 592 miles.
There's the hauler. That's with the awning all out and everything.
Damn.
So you can see where we cut the bus right there. And then made a ramp out of it's ramp, basically a ramp truck. And then the living quarters are all up front of it.
Right.
We drove that thing all over the place.
Yeah, like I said, I remember seeing a truck. It wasn't that one, but there was one that they were going through a big old mud puddle. They had passengers and everything in the back. It's going through, and all of a sudden it goes flip, just turns over. They were probably about 20 feet away from dry land when it happened.
Shortly after that picture, we painted it all black and green. Yeah, she's looking good, Chris.
That's some different stuff, right? An array of different stuff.
Oh, Lord, you even got a hydroplane there?
Damn.
It just started drizzling. I was just going to go and take it out for the last time probably of the season. But there was only 100 of them made in 1985 as a promotional throughout the country. And they gave them to the top Centurion dealers. And I guess, I don't know, most of them didn't survive and they got raced. They were center consoles and crashed. And I would assume that it's rare. I don't really know, but.
Centurion, huh?
Got the badge is still on it, yeah.
I'll bet you that thing hauls butt.
It's only a 150 on the back or whatever, but yeah, it goes pretty good because of the lightness and the aerodynamics, I would assume, of it.
Now, is that the original engine for it?
I don't think so. I would like to know what it came with originally, for sure,
I
because
think they had a lot bigger.
It looks like
I don't know. I don't play with boats. I can barely afford cars. Boats, whew, that's a whole nother dimension of spending.
Is there enough room in the back of that for an inboard?
I think maybe somewhere inboard, outboard. But I believe when you're setting a boat up for fishing, the cavitation plate, you want even with the boat. But when you're racing, you want the center of the prop even with the bottom of the boat. And that's why they have this jack plate, and some of them are hydraulic jack plates, so you can do it while you're moving. But this is the pickup for the water. So after you do that and you bring this less out of the water, you're going to be starving the original pickup. So they put a nose cone there with fiberglass, and that would be the inlet for your water pump then. And you'd have to rely on a water pressure gauge to know that you're submerged and sucking water, or else you could, run it dry and then overheat the motor. They call it a meltdown. You would see all the white coming out, all the seals seeping out of the head gasket and everything, and the white on the bolt heads because they were corroded and the paint came off and whatnot from the heat, I was told. But, yeah.
Now, Lewis, he knows about boats and everything. It'd be something if he could see it and everything, he might be able to tell you.
That's where part of the.
But it's a runner. It's definitely a runner, but it's got to be calm out. No tugboats going by.
Yeah, I imagine you got a lot of traffic right there in that corridor.
This guy's actually putting solar panels in or something to that effect. So I'm losing all this waterfront eventually, and taking the boat out like in that nature is going to end. I would have to go into a regular launch. But it was nice to know when the tide was high and when the tide was low.
Boy, you're right down on the water almost.
The shop was right on the water, 150 feet away.
Dadgum.
3 shipping containers.
That's Staten Island, huh?
Yeah, I actually work at the landfill.
I figured it'd all be filled in concrete and skyscrapers. One of these days, I would like to see that section of the country.
Yeah, it's definitely the greenest of all 5 of the boroughs. And we have the swans that live right here. There's 14 of them. So they're just hanging out in the corner over here now. But,
wow. That almost makes New York City look good.
it's amazing the amount of garbage that floats up every day from the water on the high and the low tide cycle.
Oh, I'm sure.
But,
looks good though, Chris. thank you. Was just out back and had it running. First time since last summer. And now the rain returned. I bet you that's a good feeling there, Don. You didn't hear it, Wendy? Kind of cool. We got Staten Island, New York over here on this side over here. We got New Zealand going on over here on this side.
Meow, meow. Got that one-eyed cat in here.
Yeah, Chris, you got all kinds of toys to play with there.
That might, if this is going to make it to no name, I don't know, but that's what I'm going to try to make it with this little hatchback and see how things go. But I doubt it's really going to happen.
Yeah, it's got wheels on it.
All right, let me get back. I'm going to do a little bit of work and everything like that. I'm going to take off. Nice talking to you.
Great talking to you.
Be safe,
Stop
everyone.
Anytime, brother.
All right.
Thanks very much.
Sure.
All right, peace.
He's a pretty cool guy. Just amazing how this whole digital thing that I had no concept of has evolved out like this. It's just neater than all get out.
I mean, that's the one thing really gets me about the YouTube community is the fact, how many people that I've actually gotten a chance to meet, virtually and everything throughout the United States and throughout the world. I mean, there's people from New Zealand. I know several people that are over in England. Of course, Dean, wherever he's hiding at, if he still lives. Yeah, he's down under. Got a troll out in the Alabama area. And he knows who I'm
That's
talking.
where we keep him,
Yep. Let's see. I know I found on the road a dead person lives up in Vancouver. You know who I'm talking about there.
Good old Ollie. Oh,
yeah,
man.
I know.
He is one of the best guys. Oh, I actually met him before the No Name Nationals.
Well,
Way back when I was messing around with the Y blogs. And this guy right here. Old Jason's Garage. Good to see you, man. He's been with me since almost the beginning, too. One-Eyed Cat, he was actually my first commenter. The real ones, not the sexy dancing girls that always pop in there. Dawn and Wendy English. And Brian from Dust Devil's Garage, that was the first live I ever been on. Another great guy, good chat.
I mean, for me, getting started on YouTube, it was just getting on to learn things and music videos, stuff like that. And then the first channel I actually started following was Dinner Tools. Yeah, Troll number. He's troll number 1, but I'd like to be able to get a hold of get rid of troll number 2.
I was going to say, if Auto Salvage Outlaws is your number 1 troll, your times are good for you.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Well, unfortunately, I've got troll number 2 that is more of a hemorrhoid than troll number 1. No, this guy here, he's been coming in and basically rebroadcasting my live streams at the same time.
Oh, yeah, that's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And now I've already got 2 strikes against him. I've already filed it. And, oh, it's funny how he's got 2 of his videos taken down already. And 1 more strike against him, he's having his whole channel down. But no, like I said, you know,
I've been pretty lucky, but
yeah,
I keep it light and easy going.
Oh yeah. But no, like I said, I started, you know, mainly dinner tools because what the hell is it with this cigar chomping, smoking, animated cigar bear? Talking about Harbor Freight.
Oh,
you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
I've actually seen him.
Have you?
Yeah. He's in Las Vegas, but he also lives in just above me in Bozeman.
Yeah, he's up in Bozeman. Him and Jesse are up in Bozeman right now. And then they will go down to Vegas part of the year also. But I've actually had him up on panel a couple of times.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah, Jeff is a really nice guy. And like I said, it's because of his channel, I started getting out with all the other people in the tool community, small engines. Then it just blossomed out from there. I mean, like I said, tools, small engines, coins. Got my girlfriend who is into crochet and yarn work. So I've gotten into the yarn community. Now into, of course, you know, the car community with No Name. Of course, I've done, you know, of course, my Coleman stove and lantern stuff also.
Oh, look at there. They got traffic jams in New Zealand even.
Uh-oh. Must be a bunch of kangaroos crossing.
That's Australia. This is Kiwi crossing. One of these days, those birds will fly.
Have you seen the trains they've got down there?
I haven't.
They're not trains. It's a semi with trailers pushed up going down the road. Now, whether or not they have them, you know, like that in New Zealand, I don't know, but I know they got them in Australia, so I figured they gotta have New Zealand
Australia. Running across the outback.
Yeah. Now, in New Zealand, who would you say would be the most famous person from New Zealand?
Kiwi's Custom Classics.
I wouldn't have thought about that one. For me, it would be Burt Monroe. Because he's the one that has set the record, and it's still on, still holding up today as the world's fastest Indian.
Yeah. That's another thing. If any of you ever get the chance, go to Speed Week and Bonneville Salt Flats. It lasts for a whole week.
Yep. This year got rained out.
Did it?
Yeah.
I missed it this year.
Yep. A couple of guys that I follow on YouTube, they're into small engine stuff. And they're actually the ones that got me the idea to build that mini top fuel dragster, but they actually built a mini bike with a $6,000 custom-made engine to take out to Bonneville to try and get the land speed record.
You see some weird stuff there. I mean, when we talk about building engines, you know, we're just assembling parts and stuff like that. You get down there in the pits, you find people that actually cast their own engines. They actually build everything. Crazy stuff.
Well, I mean, that's what Burt Monroe did. He was casting his own pistons and everything. And I mean, he would find one. It's like, okay, this is working, but it's, you know, he find, you know, a flaw with it, and he was constantly, you know, changing the different kinds of metals he was putting into it. And
my favorite class is the open roadster, open classic roadster class.
Yeah.
To see one of them do 200 mile an hour, yeah. Naturally aspirated.
I know that I think Burt got the record for fastest.
Whoa, what was that? Sounded like a jake brake standing still.
Yeah. But anyways, he has the fastest speed record for a motorcycle under 1,000 cc's. Now, I don't remember. I know it was over 200 miles an hour. I don't remember exactly what it was.
You want to see a scary stat on motorcycles? Look up Glenn Curtis. He held the land speed record until 51, all the way from 1908 to 1951.
Wow.
He took an airplane engine and mounted it on a damn bicycle.
Oh.
Took him over a mile to stop, but he got the record.
Did you see that one motorcycle where they took a radial airplane engine and mounted on it?
I think that's him, because he went off to make Curtis airplanes, Curtis engines too.
Well,
I think that's him.
Well, the one I saw was Millard.
No, it was a V8. It was a V8. That's
Okay.
what it was.
But I mean, man, they're, you know, that you wouldn't think of them mounting on 2 wheels. Now, the one I'd like to get my hands on, the Chrysler Tomahawk. Can you imagine that? That's got that Viper V10 sitting right between your legs.
What's that? Cousin Mike had for a long time. He had a Chrysler snow bike, and it was from the early '60s. Back when Chrysler was actually branched out into a lot of things. Sometime he'll do a video on it. Those are crazy. They got a ski on front, and then they got a little narrow track, like kind of like a shrunk snow machine.
That's one thing about Chrysler. They were getting into building a lot of different things, you know, back in the 50s and 60s. But then you got to look at World War II. You had Ford, you had General Motors, and you had Chrysler. They were all building different things for the military. Your Sherman tank, that engine that was in there was a radial engine built by Chrysler.
On some of them, most of the Shermans were actually Ford.
Some of them were, but most of them actually were by Chrysler. I know they were developing a W18? Oh, crap. There went the neighborhood.
They done snuck in here.
And someone, I got to do a.
What is that behind me?
That's mine.
That your next project?
Well, how can it be yours when it's on mine?
Yeah, but can you walk out and put your hands on it physically? No.
Yeah, see?
All right, then here's a question. What's the white things in the back of it?
Yeah, there you go.
That's chicken
Snow
crap.
runner.
That's chicken
What?
crap.
First developed for paratroopers.
That white stuff is chicken crap.
Well, let me go out there and I'll pull a piece of that chicken crap out and I'll beat you over the head with it then.
Oh.
Yeah, cousin Mike had one of them. Cool looking little thing. And like you said, it was made to be disassembled.
Yep.
Or designed to be. His was obviously a civilian model.
That was the one thing that, developers came up with a lot of ingenious ideas for the military back then.
A lot of money was spent back then, too.
Yep.
I mean,
Uh-oh. We lost
Uh-oh.
Dean again.
Dean
Well,
went through that spot.
Coleman, they even, got approached for coming up with a single burner stove for the military to be used that could burn on any fuel that was combustible. Anything flammable they could run in it.
Chrysler or Dodge built had Jeep for a long time, and then they made a deal with the government. That's the reason why the government used the Jeeps back then.
Actually, no. In 1940, the War Department put out a contract for someone to come up with a general purpose machine meeting several different criteria.
Number one was weight. They had to be super light.
Yep. Super lightweight, maneuverable. There was a lot of different things for it. Willys Bantam actually are Bantam themselves. They came up with the main design. Willys actually came up with the engine because that was their Go Devil engine, well, 4-cylinder.
And it was the first pressurized oiling system.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's where the name Ford, the old saying Ford found on road dead comes from. Because Willys was too small of a company to keep up. So the government contracted with Ford to build them. Well, the way he told a Ford from a Willys is because a Ford was found on road dead because they weren't pressurized oil.
Actually, no. Bantam was the small one. Then it was Willys. Then it was Ford. But how you could tell, now the thing about with Henry Ford was that it didn't matter who made it. The government wanted everybody to warranty that stuff. Ford did not like that idea. So when he actually made it, the only way to tell if it was actually made by Ford, every single part, the nuts, bolts, whatever, has an F on it.
That's the signature, the oval Ford. And that's why today you look at any Ford part and it's got that on there because they cross over to so many places.
Yeah,
and Ford part numbers are stamped on everything.
Yep.
Sometime in the late 40s, early 50s, Dodge made the Jeeps for a little while. And then Ford took it back over, and then Dodge got it back in, I think, the 90s.
No, it was actually had after World War II, it was taken over by Willys completely. And then there was a merger between Willys, and there was a couple other companies, and they became AMC.
AMC,
Yeah,
Nash,
American
Yeah,
Motor.
Willys, Hudson.
yeah.
What was the other one?
I don't remember, but yeah, I mean they all came together as one company. It was American Motors Corporation,
It was
and then
time.
Kaiser.
Yep.
yeah, Kaiser, yeah, that's
Kaiser,
it.
that was a sad story.
Yep.
Guy made all of his money making Liberty boats at World War II, decided to make his own car company, and he named it after himself right after World War II. Kaiser?
Yeah, but no, it was Chrysler who actually bought Jeep
Henry
out.
J. Kaiser.
But Chrysler actually bought the American Motors in the early 80s.
That 86.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it was actually almost mid 80s when Chrysler bought American Motors.
And they bought it because of Jeep. They wanted Jeep, but they got the whole thing. But they kind of,
Yep. They got rid of all the cars, but they kept the Jeep because that was the number one selling vehicle for American Motors.
I got a 86 CJ5, no, 7, CJ7 sitting out in the yard here. And it's the last of the AMCs.
Mm. Yeah,
And
sometime in the
even
80s.
still to that day, they held up to the military standard of everything being built so you could stick 6 of them in a C-130.
Yep.
And the frames on those things are butter thin.
Yep.
Another
Now,
little Willys
with-
Ford, you can
That's why
they
it's sitting in my yard. The frames butter.
back pocket.
Now, the weird thing about the Jeep is the fact a lot of people don't realize is that the front and rear axle, you can swap them around. They're the same thing.
Huh.
And so, in other words, if you're out there and you've got it 2-wheel drive, and all of a sudden the rear axle, something in the ring gear goes out, you can jack it up, take that axle out, take the front one out, put it in its spot, and keep going. It's the same thing.
Well, one's a steer.
Yeah.
Well, but I mean, you can swap them out. The way they were designed was universal between the two. Now, how you get it going from a steering to a non-steering, I don't know.
That is crazy right there. Yeah, they're totally different axles.
I'd like to have me one of them Jeep trucks, the Jeepsters. I've always wanted one of them.
Little Dana 35s. I think that's what they are. This
Yeah, I
one's
believe
got
so.
bigger axles on it. That's why it broke the frame. Got a lift kit, big tires on it. It was too much for that little bitty frame.
Yeah,
I tell you, that little that
Put a 302
4.2
in
liter,
it.
that 4.2 liter straight 6,
28.
the 258. That thing, that had some good power to it.
Yeah, 1941 to 45, Ford Motor Company during the World War II, four-wheel drive military vehicle manufactured by Ford using Willys license design from 1941 to 1945.
Yep.
Yep.
Everybody wants the Willys.
And hell, I found one that was at auction about a month ago from 1951. It needed some love.
I know where one is, and they're about basically rust-free, run and drive down the road. But
If you want one,
Yeah,
My dad's got one. He'll sell it on the cheap. I think it's a 40. I think it's a 44 or 45.
Oh,
That's a military one there.
Yeah.
yeah, that's the good ones.
You toss him $500, he'd probably take it.
Oh, that's not bad.
What's wrong with
Well, if you look at Stephen Holtz, Just Drive It, look through his shorts, you'll see it.
All right, so what's wrong with it?
One of everything. $500 worth of damage.
Actually, let me rephrase it. What's right with it?
Oh, that's harder.
That should be a shorter list.
I think the gas cap's good.
What's good about it, you can take all the running gear out of it, drop a 351 Windsor under the hood of it, and get you a 9-inch forward rear end under it, pop it in there, and drive down the road.
We were going to build a rat rod out of it. Set it on a Z-frame, stick a small block Chevy out front, stretch the axle completely out front, kind of like our Volkswagen.
Nah, just drop a 426 Hemi in it.
Those don't fall out of trees, man.
Put your Dana 70 up underneath the rear end of it.
No.
Just let the tires hang clear out of the fender wells.
Yeah.
Basically, just use the tub.
Yeah. Yeah, that's basically what you're going to use. Just a tub of it.
It's got the double fold down windshield.
Oh,
I always thought that was cool.
The early ones.
I always thought that was a cool design, the way they done the windshields and the things.
But it's rough. Like I said, it's $500 worth.
Oh yeah.
would it bring that much in going across the scales at scrap?
You'd sell it before it went across the scale.
Actually, as much as those things go for, even in that kind of condition, you just clean it up and roll it out there. And I see people get $2,000-$3,000 for ones that are in this kind of shape.
Yep, I have to.
Heck, we've sold the transfer case out of it for more than that. The old twin stick.
Yeah.
I think that was
them
a Dana transfer case.
Yeah, them transfer cases and them are like them top loader 4-speed on the Ford. They can't hard to find. They drive over here like they do over yonder, whipping in and out of traffic. You see that?
My friends were 5 brothers, and they had 5 snow runners, huh? They beat the tar out of those things. It looked like they'd be funner than all get out.
You know, that's one vehicle I've never seen in person is a snow runner.
I've only seen one.
A snow runner, snowmobile, or even a snow blower.
Boy, you want to know a fast drag car? Do a snowmobile and take the track off, the snow cleats off, and put the slick on it. Those things flat move.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Hit the throttle on them things, they'll rip you right off the seat. I've seen they're crazy fast.
My only
The
problem
guys
is
will lay all the way crossed on the seat and just nail it.
now, see, my only problem is down here we don't see them, So I wouldn't even know where to be able to buy one at.
At an auction?
Yeah, but I'd have to go up north. Probably north of Oklahoma.
Way north of Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Probably
North
like
Oklahoma.
yeah, maybe Wisconsin.
Yeah, they're crazy. Here, right at the end of snow season, when they close Snow King down, that's the big ski resort in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. They do the hill climb on the ski resort with snow machines. You want to see some crazy machines there. They are just, yeah, scary weird.
Huh.
And they race all the way up the snow lift.
I could probably find something, say, over in Colorado.
Dang, it looks like my road going down there.
I wonder how one of those engines would be, instead of putting that Predator 670 in there. Wonder how it would be if I took one of those snowmobile engines and put it into it.
Oh, that'd be scary. Those snow machine engines are no joke.
No.
Holy cow, the Duckster's here. What's going on?
Have no fear, the Duckster's here, ladies and gentlemen.
Good to see you, man.
Welcome. Welcome to the Wolverine Garage. It is not a mythical place, it is real.
It is actually real. Look at that.
Damn, and I was fixing to call Ripley's because I wasn't going to believe it.
Hey?
See, we get to talking about that weird stuff, and now you pop right in.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm all about is weird stuff.
How you been?
Most excellent. Today, Lady Duckster and I, we're playing with her 73 Super Beetle named Elka. And next Saturday, we're going to reprimer it. So we're getting everything peeled off of it and masked up and ready for paint.
Cool and sweet.
That's a lot of work.
Well, it needs to be done. The primer, somebody just primered it years ago, and the primer is so thin, and it's starting to show light spots, a little rust, and it's one of those things where we either strike now or we're just going to let her get worse.
Oh,
and the little Volkswagens, they're thin metal as it is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly.
Oh, then Duckster would definitely like the video I shot about 2.5 years ago out at my local dirt track. Someone took a Volkswagen Bug, cut it literally from front bumper to the rear, and widened it about 8 inches, and it actually stuck I think a Buick V8 in the front end of it.
Okay. I've seen V8 swapped bugs with 350 Chevys at the back seat, and then you'd have to take the side windows out to change the spark plugs.
Yeah.
No, he had it in the front. He made the whole car about 8 inches wider and probably about 10 inches longer, but had the engine in the front.
There was a dragster. It was like the Jolly Pumpkin or something like that. It was an orange Beetle, and that had a big block Chevy in the front of it.
But I think he
Martin Dragway in the 80s.
But I think he actually made the body fit a geometric frame.
What model Volkswagen is it?
Right.
The Duckster freeze up on us?
No, we're good. Thought I did too. Volkswagen's just full of sauerkraut and potatoes, isn't it?
On a good day.
Right.
It
says things like Yabool.
Duckster, where are you at?
The great state of Michigan.
So let me ask you this: how cheap are VW parts up there?
It depends on where you go and what you're buying. For instance, I just found a set of twin barrel Weber Progressives and the dual port intake manifolds for Lady Dougster's Beetle, and that's pretty primo speed parts for $600. I didn't think that was too steep of a price.
Oh hell, and you would love to have been at an auction I was at. There was an auction down here in Texas, and they had one pallet that had about 5 complete engines on it, go for $150.
Okay, wow. The whole pallet went for $100.50?
Five engines.
Wow, that's a deal. Yeah, believe it or not, there are still a whole bunch of Volkswagen wrecking yards up here in Michigan. There's one way north of me, about an hour. There's one south of me, about 40 minutes. And then there's another one at the state line.
Well, the nice thing about the ones down here, rust free.
Oh, yeah. Trust me, I would love to pluck something rust free out of the great state of Texas.
Oh, we've got them down here. I mean, you can find them. I mean, you can pick up a whole buck for about $100.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, Lady Dougster's Beetle is actually a pretty solid of a car for being a Michigan car. It has problems with the floor pans, but my friend Crazy Charlie, he ended up giving me 2 reproduction floor pans for the car for free. So we're going to use that to patch up the floor pans that are on Lady Dougster's car. But it's in surprisingly good shape, all points considering.
That's something you can afford.
That's the first thing that goes on the Volkswagens is the floor pans because they're so thin.
The battery box especially is the most prone to rot because of the acid of the battery and whatnot.
Right.
There's our Volkswagen.
Oh,
Yeah, I think that's short right there, boy.
Nice.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that truck sitting over beside it too.
Looks
That's
mean
a
and nasty,
70
doesn't it?
74, 73.
It
It's a
makes me
flat
think of a
windshield.
Legends circle track car.
Yeah, that was the look we were going for with it.
Very cool.
Yeah, I think
Very
that's short.
cool. Those Iron Dukes can churn out 350 horsepower with when they're all tuned up and ready to rock in those Legends cars. That's amazing.
And they hauled butt.
Yeah. My friend's older brother, gave him his 81 Monza and had an Iron Duke and a 4-speed in it. And he was going to buy a car. He was saving up. He was 16, and his older brother bought a brand new, I don't even remember what it was, but it was GM. And he goes to him, hey, here, you need a car? I have a car to get rid of. Take the Monza. Monza had like 60,000 miles on it. His friend in high school, his dad raced Legends cars, gave him the catalog. So all the money that he had saved up to buy a car, he bought speed parts for his Monza and went Bobby bolt on. Everything that would just bolt on to the 2.5 he bought. And he could take on V8s with his little Iron Duke 4-speed car.
In fact, where the hell is it? I think I took it back to the other shop. I got an adapter plate to put a 2.3 Ford on a Volkswagen.
Oh, yeah, that's very popular. That's
We were
where
gonna do that
if the
with
guys
turbo.
finally decide to give up on liquid cool, they go Ford, or air cool, they go Ford liquid.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
In fact, we built a sandrail that way. Mid-engined it with a
Yep.
2.3.
We used to
Had
do
4 Macunis on
Volkswagen. Used to do Volkswagen buggies way back in the day, but my next buggy I build, I want to use an Olds Tornado 455 driveline and mount it in the rear. I think
Now
that would
you're
be.
talking.
I think that would be an ass ripper. 4-passenger, nice wide chassis. Yeah, plenty of power for the sand.
That'd probably be a good little jewel to run around in. They can be quick. It'd be light.
Oh yeah, yeah. Have a tube chassis that comes in under 1,000 pounds. Even if that 455 was letter perfect stock, it would still be a handful.
Oh,
yeah.
Lord, yeah.
You might.
Honestly,
You
of
might.
all the-
They get pretty ass heavy for that. V8, any V8 powered sandrail here would they'd sink.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're all blow sand though.
Okay.
So unless you catch it in the spring of the year, right as the snow leaves, boy, that sand is like concrete then.
Oh, yeah. You can actually do a burnout on it.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
I lifted the first wheelie I ever did was on the sand,
Yep.
and it was at that time of year.
Yep. I've done that in the winter when it gets all wet and froze.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta get going. I didn't realize what time it was, so I gotta get started getting dinner made.
Uh-oh.
Mom
What's
and
for
everything
dinner?
get to bed. I don't know.
Potatoes?
You ain't made up my mind yet.
Oh, okay.
But now I didn't realize what time it was, and try that way. About this time of day is usually when we got dinner cooked. That way, my mom's in bed about 7:30. So, all right. Well,
Good
I
having you,
appreciate
Peter.
you.
Good night.
Yep, I appreciate you having me up. So, I'll be live tomorrow. So everybody come over and say hi.
Yeah.
All
Everybody
right,
hop
man.
on over
Buddy.
and see what Mater's got going on.
Yep, 7:00 Central. All right. See ya.
Good seeing.
Right. And then there was 3.
Oh, but it's okay. We got the Dougster in here.
Have no fear, the Dougster's here, gentlemen.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, that's where we first started. I first started our builds with sandrails and dune buggies. Boy, that was a lot of fun.
It used to be a lot of cheap fun. We used to have like 3 or 4 Volkswagen speed shops in the area when I was in my
same here.
teens. And they're all gone now.
Scat, Bug Pack, oh Lord, Jammer, however you say
Jamar.
it.
Yep.
Oh, you name it.
Yep. Bug Pack. Of course, Bosch.
Yeah.
Oh geez.
And those little air cools were just so simple.
Yep.
Heck,
Yep.
one good sized guy could lift one up and set it in place.
One guy in had a high performance bug shop in Grand Rapids called Fun Buggies. He had a dirt dragster called Dr. Whiplash, and Dr. Whiplash at the GM Proving Grounds on dirt drag, I think it was only 300 feet, he won against a Keith Black Hemi powered car, but he won by just a gnat's ass. But he won. I seen a picture of Al, who was 6 foot tall, and with Dr. Whiplash, it was a rail dragster, and it had truck air cleaners on it that were 6 inches tall, and these big velocity stacks that went down to the carbs. It was twin carb, of course, but he was standing next to the wing, and the wing nuts were at eye level to Al. To give you an idea how high this velocity stack was for that. I never actually seen the car, but I know that was a bad mamma jamma.
We used to run implement air cleaners on ours. You get them from for swathers and stuff like that.
Okay.
They were good, yeah. And then you take a nylon, a pair of ladies' nylons, and you stretch it over it, and keep the sand out.
Yep. That's the pre-filter. That's a K&M pre-filter's granddaddy.
Yep.
then it comes in dual purpose because later you can use it to rob the bank and back on your air cleaner you go.
Because if you don't, you start getting a lot of that crank walk out of a Volkswagen. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk.
And then if you worked outside in the wintertime at 20 below zero, you wore the pantyhose as under your pants to keep from freezing.
Yeah, that was an old trick here too.
Heat and Volkswagen are 2 words that usually don't go hand in hand.
Not at all.
No.
Oh God.
If you're keeping the windows clear, you are like you're fist pumping. Now, some Volkswagens actually came with a gasoline heater, which actually was a little engine all by itself, and that ran off your fuel supply, and it would just periodically turn on. So if you had your car parked in the driveway, all of a sudden you'd hear, there it is running again. It just decided to turn itself on when you didn't want it to.
Yeah, Corvair had the same option on the heaters too, to run off the gasoline.
I think I played with Corvair. I played with Volkswagen. I prefer the Volkswagen.
They're a lot cheaper.
A lot easier to
well,
change.
I can get a Volkswagen hot and not worry about the hardened seats falling out of the heads. Yeah. That's a problem with a Corvair. You get it too hot and it'll drop the seats right out. They won't seal. Getting a beer.
Oh, sweet, Mike.
You're right on top of the beer fridge.
No problem, Tim. Yeah, my dad, he ran a Corvair. I actually ran a Mazda Rotary.
Yes, that had to have been fun.
Oh, that is one crazy engine.
Yeah, and it wants to live at full throttle.
Oh yeah, or you got nothing. It's got to be full throttle, or you got nothing.
Be full throttle. Why? I never understood on a Mazda Rotary. Why would they put the air filter or oil filter directly on top of the son of a gun? So when you change the oil in it, if you don't play your cards right, you're gonna rust-proof the entire power plant. Old guy taught me to turn it 3/4 of a turn and then let it sit. And most of it will backfeed. Then he'd take a screwdriver and punch a hole in the top of it, and most of it would be drained out of it, then remove instead of.
So the mess is less. Yeah.
Yeah, you're still gonna make a mess, but it's not a crime scene. Oh, and then there was 2.
Oh Lord. I had a lot of fun on that little trail, but it was brutal.
Oh yeah. Well, I went from buggies, diesel cars and buggies to mud pickups, and then that's expensive. And
mud
then
race or bog?
Do what now?
Did you mud race or mud bog?
Oh no, just go out and hit the woods.
Okay. Yeah.
Nothing competition wise, just go out with a group of guys and go do dumb stuff. But as a group, we learned that you don't go off-roading alone.
Never, ever.
Never.
Well, you do once.
And exactly. No. If you're hard-headed, you'll do it 5 times. Trust me, I know those guys. Hey, bud. Yeah, I'm stuck. Okay, where are you stuck at? Oh, in the middle of the national forest. Yeah, good luck on that. And then I got tired of breaking stuff with 4x4 pickups. Then I went motorcycles.
On a 4-wheel drive? Yep, you're breaking something.
Well, the day I broke an unbreakable drive shaft was a sobering experience. Guy guaranteed it unbreakable, and I brought it back to him broke. And I said, what do I get? And he goes, a free drive shaft, but how did you break it? And I'm like, I can break a rubber ball or an iron ball with a rubber hammer in half try.
Yeah, I've seen chrome moly 4-links busted right up.
Yep.
Especially when you go down to Moab. Oh, that's crazy stuff there. Get into rock crawling and.
There's a big sand off-road park in Hart, Michigan called Silver Lake. And that's like the destination to go. Lots of dunes, go ride all day, have fun. And some guys bring some serious iron out there to play with. And used to go play in the sand a lot. And sand is what nowadays I do want sand anywhere near any of my stuff unless it's purpose built for that.
You and me both. I haven't been out there in probably, it's been 35 years since I've been out on the sand.
And you
And I
don't
think
miss it,
I'm
do you?
still picking it out of my butt crack.
I understand. It had a buggy lock up its engine. I'm like 3 football fields from the gate, and I'm driving along, and something had malfunctioned. I didn't know it, and my bug engine locked up, and I can't get it started. And some guy pulled up in front of me with his buggy and threw his strap out, and he pulled me up to the gate and got me to my trailer. And every time he hit it, he would rooster tail so much sand. I mean, I'm dead serious. I had to push sand off of me to get out of my buggy. But at least I was up to my trailer.
I remember when I was first learning it. Oh, good Lord. I was only like 12, 13 years old. We'd go out in a group, and especially me. That was my first trip out on the sand, my maiden voyage alone. And I come up on top of a dune, and if you don't hit it right, especially with the Mazda, because you got to have that RPM up,
right?
You just bog out. And I come up and I clutched it and hit it again. A good friend of mine was right behind me in a little, like a speed buggy one, the fiberglass body, full tubbed ones. He had full interior in it. I've got 15, 16-inch paddles on that thing. I just buried him. I filled that whole buggy of his clear up. I mean, they were packed.
That's the same thing that happened to me. There was so much sand in it, it actually made the front end touch the ground.
Yeah, it buried it right down there. It sunk it down. Oh, Lord, that was funny.
Had brand new brakes on a buggy, of course, old Volkswagen drum, and got sand inside both of them. And in one day of playing on the sand, those new brake shoes, the linings were completely ground off of them because of the sand just running in there. Good stuff. Used to play with snowmobiles.
Our dunes were kind of private growing up, and you can go for miles and miles out there. It's the St. Anthony Sand Dunes, or Fremont County Sand Dunes, what they are. And for the longest time, nobody knew about him.
Okay.
But then Hop VW came out and did a whole spew on it. And good Lord, we got people from all over the country there now.
That's all right, though. Or did it ruin it for everyone?
Things started to get crazy out there.
Yeah, I could see that.
People running without flags, buggy whips.
Yep. Gotta have those. Had a
lot every weekend out there, somebody gets hurt.
Oh yeah,
big time hurt.
Oh yeah, go up to Hart to Silver Lake like I was talking about, and it's always who got hurt and how new of a vehicle got totaled out on the dunes.
Yeah.
The last time we went up there as a group, it was probably 2002, and there was a brand new Grand Cherokee. They made one payment on it, and they rolled it out on Silver Lake.
Oh,
on
Lord.
the dunes. Yep. Brand new vehicle. Why would you take a brand new Grand Cherokee out on the dunes? I don't know.
And ours, you're not going. Because like I said, it's all blow sand.
Oh, gotcha.
So they hit the first dune. They don't even make it up. They're done right there.
And
especially everybody running like 35, 36 pounds pressure in their tires.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, then you need to run like 7.
Yeah, it's well in the single digits.
So low that actually you're worried if your bead's actually going to stay hooked up to the tire. Yep.
That's where paddles are nice, though, because you got nothing on the side track.
Yeah.
So when you come hauling ass in and you grab one steering brake and just jam it, yeah, they
yeah. Then stab the throttle.
Doing rooster donuts.
That is a bunch of fun. The cutting brake for sure. Had a Volkswagen buggy car that I wish I had a cutting brake on it, because I had bought a Porsche for its Post 6, and then had Weber Progressives on that, swapped that into my Baja buggy. I had 31-inch Desert Dog tires rear, and the tires off of a 85 Caprice Classic on the front. And I had the piezo shifter, which made it just like a few inches was first to second. And I could do a wheelie into third gear, and she'd set the front end down gently as you accelerated in third. It was a blast. That was a fun car. It had so much tire on it that you could hard charge a intersection at 35 miles an hour and whip the wheel, and you could turn
90
at 35. She'd pick up the inside wheels a little bit, but not like you're worried about rolling the car. But you would pick up the inside wheels, but she'd stick it. That car was insane.
Like
insane. It was a blast to drive.
You're the only one on here that's got that. I'll be dadgum. That's cool. Boy, that brings back memories.
Well, Volkswagens were cheap fun. Back in the day, you could pick them up for cheap.
You could totally build one out. You could build a 2180 that got just a monster Volkswagen with all the fixings on it.
Yeah.
For half the price of doing a small block Chevy. So it was a no-brainer.
Right. And then if you got the biggest bore kits, then you had to have a specialty shop notch your magnesium case so your rod wouldn't wouldn't bang the case. And been there.
All works out. I'll put everything back together tomorrow night after work. I'll work throughout the night, break in and test Tuesday, load up everything Wednesday after work, and leave out Thursday. Sounds like you're ahead of the game there, Busted. Keep swinging, brother.
Go. I can't. I want to go.
Yeah, I can't be there this year either.
That sucks. Are you still going to give the car away like you did last year, or is that going to be an in-person thing?
I thought about giving one away this year, but I don't know.
That was awesome that you gave the car away.
I'll find something rusty and crusty out here I'm tired of looking at.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, I'll trade my rusty and crusty for anything of your rusty and crusty. For instance, out on an old hot rodder I know's property, he's got a 1940 Pontiac, and it's a cool car. It's a 4-door, and it only exists from its door handles up. The rest of it is just melted away. It's so sad to see. Yeah.
Have you still got the hood ornament?
No, hood's gone. The hood's missing. It does have. I think that's got the Indian face on the dash, though. I think that one has the serious looking Indian face on the dash. I think in 40.
Well, it depends on which it is. If it's a torpedo, yeah. If it's a standard 40, then no.
Okay.
The Special 6 and the Special 8, those don't have it. But they've got the weird. I'll have to show you something. I got a 40 sitting right over there on the other side of the shop. You see it on my
parts for it?
What's that?
Do you need any parts for it?
Oh, one of everything.
One of everything? Well, maybe I'll go over to old Chuck's place and take a look at that 40 and see what I can't scare up for you. Is there anything? So one of everything. So hey, it may have something you
Mine's
need.
actually pretty complete. Yeah, it's missing all the interior, of course. They all will be.
Right. Well, it's only a 90-year-old vehicle. The interior should be minty, guy.
What I'm really looking for is the hood ornament.
Ah.
Because it's the hood latch. You grab a hold of the Indian head and lift up on it, and then the hood.
Oh, yeah.
So it's all tied in. That's why that thing is gold. And somebody's robbed mine.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it wasn't. GM had another one like that. Cadillac was like that too, I believe. Big elaborate pickup style, like what the Pontiac has.
In fact, that piece right there, that kind of hook piece right there, that's the front trim for it. That goes down the hood to the
it's the waterfall. The waterfall was kind of like a Pontiac signature for a while.
Yeah. In the 50s, they did 2 of them down the hood.
Yep.
Down the back. Uh-oh. Here's something to scare everybody. 4 more.
4. Ah.
Oh, what's going on, John?
Hey, you guys are.
I am excellent. Good to see you, Mr. Wilburn.
How's it going, Dougster?
Not bad.
I don't think we've ever gotten to interact on live.
This is true. Well, this is the first time we've interacted this way.
Didn't you leave a potato for Cope one time?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. He loved that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm driving literally right past the shop. I couldn't help myself.
He probably still has it somewhere, and I'll find it and plan it for him when I go up there in a little bit.
Excellent.
So
yeah, I knew I was going to that part of northern Indiana. I knew I had to get Aurelio's pizza, and I knew I had to bug Cope. So there you go.
Pizza's good stuff, isn't it?
Oh man, there's nothing that compares. Almost to the point where, well, me and my friend, when we go there, we got to enjoy it twice, going to get parts in northern Indiana, and we'd sit there and talk. Where would we put it in our town? A franchise of this would be good. We would make some money doing this. Comes up every time.
So when I was up there, I had the pizza once. It was really good. I went back and tried the pasta, and pasta was They should stick to pizza. Pizza was really good.
Yep, I've always get the Super 6.
I don't know what we had, but it was good. He had clients in from New York, and we all went over there for dinner. It was good stuff.
So you've been to Portillo's too, haven't you?
Yeah,
I heard that's really good too.
Yep. Well, so the time before last I was up there, we went up to Portillo's in Chicago, and I tried the Italian beef. Right.
Oh, okay.
And then last time I was up there, I went up there after PRI at Indy and did the Chicago hot dogs.
Oh, yes.
And that was different, right? So anyway, and I've done the Chicago pizza. So he said I had to try each of the things they're known for. So I'm like, okay.
Yep.
It was good. It's good stuff.
Where is Cope at? Indiana.
Lowell, Indiana.
That's southern?
Northern.
It's about an hour southeast of Chicago.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And he's like a hour and a half, 2 hours. I think it's a 2-hour jaunt. From my doorstep to Cope's is 2 hours.
2 hours north of Indianapolis, hour south of Chicago.
So how's it going,
Basically,
John?
he lives straight south of Gary, Indiana.
Yeah, never been to Gary. Sounds interesting.
That's the armpit of America, gentlemen.
It's going. I thought I'd drop in and say hi. I've got piles of stuff here to do.
Oh Lord.
So,
I
getting it
imagine
done.
you're just busy.
Piles of stuff to do. I needed tomorrow to get a bunch of stuff done. And then I had some clients decide to take half my day. So that's gone. So, and then Tuesday's driving. So it's like now anything left over to do has got to get done Wednesday. That cuts it way too close for me. But we got what we got. We'll be all right.
Did you get to
You're
see
going to
Buck?
be a busy man, but I commend you, John Wilburn. You and Dallas put on a good show.
It's busy,
Thank
but we
you.
try. It'll be good. It'll be good.
Like I said, if it wasn't for you guys, I'd still be sitting out here in this shop talking to myself.
Well, we look forward to seeing everybody who will be there.
I got to make it out someday.
Well, I'll tell you what. So one thing that'll help, and I say this there, my calendar doesn't have someday on it. My calendar has 365. So I will say, if you want to do next year or this year or whatever, put on a calendar and we'll do everything we can to help you.
Yep.
Okay.
We'd love to see you.
Hey,
There's
Mark.
Ari and Shop Cat. I saw Busted Radio in here earlier.
Yeah, we got the Dougster in here. Finally got him
Isn't
out.
that cool? Isn't that cool?
Hey, Shop Cat, my Canadian friend.
And Mr. Ari.
Dougster
Brother
leaving the
Ari.
potato. Dougster leaving the potato. That was a boss move. I like that.
When I seen that, I was thinking, is that somebody from Idaho? What's going on here?
No. They probably came from Idaho, but we do get potatoes here in Michigan.
Yeah, this is not really potato country.
Well, I mean, we do supply Lay's. We do grow enough potatoes to supply Lay's with some crops. So, I mean, we can make a potato.
Cool. And whereabouts are you?
I am in West Michigan. I'm about an hour south of Grand Rapids.
Okay.
Or half an hour south of Grand Rapids. Sorry.
Cool. Yeah.
If you know where Martin Dragway is in West Michigan, I'm very close to it. If the wind is right, I hear the cars.
Cool. One-Eyed Cat started this venture before the day. That's right. Because
One-Eyed Cat and his brother have been thrashing on their car. I'm so proud of those guys.
It's so interesting to see how all the various YouTubers come into crunch time, right?
Yep.
Because they're all over the map. Like you have some that have everything ready ahead of time, and they're just antsy about when they can leave. And then you got others coming down to the last nanosecond, right?
Oh yeah.
And everything in between. And it's interesting watching the thrash.
Hey, 6%.
6%.
There's another one that's thrashing away.
Yeah. How's your thrash going?
Well, we'll see. It's probably not going to happen this year. I'm going to be there, but I don't know if the car is going to be or not.
Busted Radio, mine wasn't intentional. Right. All right. You know what, Busted Radio, you know what the most interesting thing to your thrash is, actually? It's not that it broke. It's not that you're fixed. It's not any of that. You're obviously a get stuff done guy. But what I think is interesting, you took stuff apart to go to a machine shop 5 days before an event and have hope it will get back. That's the part I find amazing. That will be the most amazing story right there. That you took stuff to a machine shop 5 days out and got it back and got it on.
He's hauling butt and he's trying his hardest to get it done as fast as possible. But did you see how he laid everything out on the table?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's impressive right there.
I would probably have a better chance of moving a mountain with one of those Isuzu tow trucks that they use in college towns than I would of getting something out of a machine shop in 5 days. Yeah, I bet it wasn't cheap.
Nope.
Oh no!
What the gods put a
Big
rush
out.
on this? Uh-oh, we lost the Duckster.
I guess there can only be one Michigan guy in here at a time.
There's room for both hands. You can put up both mittens.
No,
we're
there's
looking,
only
we're
one
looking forward to seeing you, Chris. Glad you're joining us.
So how's things going? 6%?
Yeah.
It's going. I've just got so much to do. I don't know if I'm going to make. I will be there. That's 100% guaranteed. But I don't know if I'll have the Chambler done. There's just too much left to do. Too many major things. So
That was a big undertaking, man.
I still have dirt on my face.
You fit
Well,
right in.
I mean it. I tell everybody this because it's true. It's more important to me that the people make it there and get to meet each other and have dinner together and socialize together, and the cars will follow. I mean, you know, cars will follow as time, desire, and budget and all those things can come together and make them happen. But I'm really glad that the people get together, and the cars do follow.
I'm very much looking forward to going. I just really wish I could have gotten it done. There was just too many unforeseen things, and I can't work any faster than I have been. So.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, look at it like this. You know, if I have a pulse next year, I'm hoping we will have a third annual No Name Nationals. You know, it won't be too presumptuous, but you know, and hopefully we have a fresh goal, and you have a big head start on it, and yeah, it's just the way it goes, right?
Well, my next project's even more goofy than this one. So,
wow.
No, I need to get some tips and some information from you when I meet you, BareRose, because the thing I'm doing is kind of right up your alley. At least my next project. So,
BareRose. So what? Forecasting out into the future, like if we have a 3-year BareRose crystal ball, what kind of things are you looking at doing over the next few years?
I'm hoping to have the hauler made for this one, which is the one you seen when I originally started for last year. So
cool.
that's my plan for that far down, and then take them both out there.
Neat.
Well, if you need a new venue, John, Milan Dragway is real nice here, and it's only about an hour from my house. So
only an hour you get that.
It's centrally located if you take into consideration Canada.
I was gonna say, yeah, central to the North Pole and Mexico, yeah.
Yeah.
882 heads. Sweet.
Already got his heads done in a week. I don't know. The last head I took the machine shop, the head done in 3 weeks. Could you not?
There, the Wi-Fi guys are with me again.
Yeah, the Duckster has returned.
The Duckster hath returned unscathed.
Yeah, but 6%. If you need my phone number, just let me know.
8675309. Call, ask for Jenny.
Is that your first name, BareRose? Is Jenny?
I keep that secret.
Of the right it is.
Okay. Oh, hey, Doug, I think we have another person to add to the Michigan YouTube channel get together. So
let's see. There's the Thumper, the sweaty fat guy.
Mm-hmm.
Both new guys. 6%.
No, they're in Minnesota.
Yeah, no,
Minnesota.
I'm trying to gather a bunch of us together. There's about 8 channels. Dougster, Neverboard S10. Thumper might be a little hard because he's so far north of everybody.
Yeah. It's going to be a 6-hour drive one way for the guy.
Yeah, a couple guys in Detroit, a couple guys out west that I can't remember their name, but I met a guy when I did my shop tour video this week. He did a video in that shop, so I met him, and he's interested in doing it as well. So just trying to gather everybody together and kind of bridge the gap there's a lot of people here, so I'd like us to have a chance to meet and do stuff.
I think it'll be cool. Just get together and do what we like to do anyway, is thrash on stuff, and then watch your friend's project progress. Yeah. That'd be cool.
I know a little town in Missouri that this all happens at.
I know. Hey, it's a little harder for all of us to get there, though. So trying, it's still an M and an I. There's, some similar letters and stuff.
Right. As a kid, a driver had gotten mixed up on his bills, and he was supposed to be in Grand Rapids, Minnesota, was in Grand Rapids, Michigan. But his bill said MI, not MN. He got called a dumb SOB on the phone by his dispatcher. He said, no, my bills say MI, not MN.
That's not a short bill.
The guy I bought my 1911 from, he was a sheriff in Maine. And before that, he was a truck driver. And he finally got a bill, a call to go to Portland. And he'd always wanted to see the West. So he jumped in and he took off. Grabbed the wife and they went to Portland, Oregon. Come to find out it was supposed to be in Portland, Maine. But he liked it out here so much that he moved out here.
That's
after he retired and everything.
That's a really big difference. Hey, John,
I found another job after I got back.
I do have one question. I can't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think somebody said that the cell service is a little spotty, so you better off to have a map when you get to the track. Is that accurate or no?
I use GPS door to door. I've never had any problem down there.
I've had so much stuff going around in my head. I thought I heard somebody say it, but that's why I figured I'd ask.
People say all kinds of stuff, and that's the thing is the internet is a fountain of information, but there's no publisher to gate, so people just make stuff up occasionally.
Well, sometimes it's more like a broken sprinkler of information.
Yeah, I never had any problem with cell service or GPS or anything down there.
Okay. I didn't think so, because if everybody's live streaming, but it's one of those things where it's like, I'll probably be going just in case. But
I use AT&T, and I had good service all the way through. In fact, I used up all my data while I was there.
We also have Wi-Fi at the track. Yeah. So Dallas had that turned on here a couple days ago. So we'll have Wi-Fi at the track again.
And you see it, everybody out there with their phones and everything, and guys right there editing videos right there in the grandstands,
It's funny because you go on a college campus, you see all the young people with their phones. You go to the National, you see all the old guys with their phones, and it just looks like a bizarro world.
Instead of green and purple hair, you got white hair and beard.
Yeah. White hair, no hair, the official hair colors.
Yeah. No, I think it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun.
It should be. I hope so. And the forecast is beautiful. There was somebody on the Friday Live saying, "Oh, I see rain." And I'm thinking, where do you see rain? That's in no one's forecast on Earth. I mean, not to say it won't. I mean, there's a 7% chance statistically, but it's not on any forecast.
Well, if it's like Michigan, it can be sunny and 5 seconds later it's raining and 40. So I assume Missouri's not quite quite that bad. So,
hey, Don, the answer is yes. If your hybrid burns both gas and rubber, we have a charging station. We charge up with 110 octane.
NSB Customs. What's going on, fellers?
I got M calling me. There's his clock. I'll be back.
And then there was 3.
I'll give you like 2 minutes and you'll disappear again too. So
yeah, I know. The signal gods aren't good to me. I tried to be in the Wolverine garage and everything was good for a minute and then it wasn't. So now I'm in my foyer.
Yeah, out here I get nothing on my Wi-Fi. I got a hard line. I got a 100-foot hard line that I run all the way to the house.
Well, my garage is right there, so my signal's pretty good when I've done the live streams from there. So
I think it's a steel building. As soon as I walk out, I get all kinds of service. But yeah, and here.
Yeah, you're halfway to a giant Faraday cage.
My house is all, well, you can see it over my shoulder. My house is all block, and I'm sure that doesn't help the Wi-Fi signal gods do their job at all.
Yeah.
Fiona.
It would be interesting though to see an EV go down the track.
There's enough of them out there. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody brings one at one point.
As long as it's got something on the other lane making some noise, it'd be all right.
Yeah, it's weird seeing those Teslas at full tilt coming across the traps on the big end of the track, and it's just the sound of the wind rushing over the car. It's weird. I kind of like hearing the.
I figured it sounded like slot cars, like yee.
Oh yeah, I've got a slot car for my track downstairs that is, well, at full tilt, and I have enough voltage to run it. It becomes a blur. You can't see it. It's got $20 tied up in it, and that's like a shitload of money in your slot car.
What scale do you run? My friend Derek's getting into that.
Just Tyco, HO.
So like the Hot Wheel size kind of cars?
Yep, Matchbox size cars. Yeah. Split magnets, comm work. You can make those little things just bad to the bone. You take a little slot car motor and you roll the wheel and you feel it thump. The harder it thumps, the more chooch that it has. I've had them where they're like click, 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 click. And then you put the voltage to them and they take a boatload of power and they are gone. Yeah. Even with a magnet traction chassis, you're still going to rip it off of the curve.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid, my dad had a big setup, slot car setup like that.
Yes.
And you knew when you broke out the big ones because of the TV and the lights in the living room would dim a little.
When you hear the hum, you know something's good.
And him and his buddies would be up there just playing all for hours.
I never actually got into it, but I actually borrowed a chassis jig from a friend of mine and attempted to do it, where you actually take a 6-inch model car or 7-inch model car body and you build a chassis for it, and you actually have to paint it like a stock car. It has to be a multiple color paint scheme. It has to have contingency stickers, numbers, and you run the donut wrapper interior, and the interior has to be 3 colors also.
Really?
Yep. And you actually race on a 6-lane track, and then you actually run for it on time. So you'll run 2 minutes on lane 1, 2 minutes on lane 2, 2 minutes on lane 3, 2 minutes on lane 4, 2 minutes on lane 5, so on and so forth. Everyone runs the same amount of lanes. And you'd be surprised how awesome those hand-built slot car chassis are. Some guys have boatloads of time wrapped up in them, and they're awesome.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of the drag race ones at some of the toy shows I've been to here and there. That seems to be pretty popular.
I want to do a drag strip. I have enough track where I want to do a drag strip in my basement. I might do it.
Yeah, I was customizing Hot Wheels for a little while before I could start working on cars again. So I got into that. I got to probably do some of that again, at least show them on the channel.
I thought about getting back into model cars, just building model cars again. But good Lord, the price has jumped on them.
Yeah, they have. But then again, just like everything else, it's still buy once, cry once.
Yeah.
I did a 69 Super B model, and I turned it into a satellite Richard Petty NASCAR. So I had to basically close in the air grabber hood, and I trimmed it down to a satellite. And I took an actual NASCAR die-cast and pulled it all apart, and I kept the whole roll cage out of that and used that as my roll cage in my car, and the wheels, and made myself a Richard Petty NASCAR out of it. I got the new Yesterday's decal kit for it, And so I did it up as the 1971 Indy 500 car that he won that year.
Very
But
cool.
that sticker kit alone was $20.
Good Lord.
Yeah, I know. Buy once, cry once, though. I mean, it's the genuine article, and it was all the best quality water slide decals I ever had. But then I have my own garage now, so I don't do models as much as I used to.
My
You're doing a big one.
my
Yeah, I
fun
have a big model.
just sits too
Which,
much.
by the way, the cab is now off of Shop Truck's frame.
I was
It
gonna
went
ask
to
you
its new home, and I've got the frame primed, and I will brush paint it, and then real soon be able to start putting the nearly rust-free cab on, and then get the body put back together.
Nice.
On our 28 Willys, it's all tip and roll. And it's got a chip. It's the only paint chip in the whole car, right on the back fender. When they were pulling it out of the storage that it was in, they caught the fender. And that is the hardest thing to fix now because the whole car is tip and rolled, lacquer. So how do you blend that in? You can't even get real lacquer paint anymore.
Well, I mean, if you can get the lacquer paint, it can be fixed. I watched guys fix stone chips with lacquer, and all they did was literally like mask off a foot square around that chip. Then they finish and paint and everything, do all the body work, peel all your masking off, and then they buff it all in. You never know. So if you can get your hands on the lacquer, it can be done. That stone chip can be fixed. Like with the enamel and stuff, you'll have to paint the whole blessed fender, but not with that lacquer. That lacquer is forgiving, but it doesn't last long. But it is forgiving.
And then trying to get it to match. Good Lord, that's from 28.
Yeah. Or just embrace it for what it is. Hey, it's got a stone chip in it. That's what makes her special. She's got dimples. Isn't it cute?
Make sure that's where you stand when you show people the car so I don't see it.
Yeah. Stand right there in front of the stone chip. You're like, don't look here. Look at the rest of the car.
Well, no, we put an electric fuel pump on it too. But the original vacuum one is in the trunk if anybody ever wants to put that nasty thing back on it.
Nasty thing.
Good Lord, it's like that big. Takes up half the firewall.
What I was cool, like the big mason jar windshield washer tanks of like 50s cars and 40s cars.
You are coming this year, aren't you, BareRose?
I'm not going to make it.
Oh, darn.
My dad, he goes into the hospital tomorrow.
Ooh. Well, I wish you all the best with that. That's kind of more important.
Yeah. Family is first.
Next year we're coming.
That's what I said last year.
Well, then, what the hell, Dougster?
I have previous engagements, man.
You got a good head start for next year, right?
Right. That way I get Shop Truck all together. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah.
No, I seriously want to go just because, like I said in 6% live stream last week, where else are you going to go to a drag strip? You know all the cars, you know where they've came from, you know all the drivers, they probably know who you are. You've probably talked to these guys for the past, I don't know, year, 2 years. And now we all get to on the same playground and we get to play together. Heck yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people I'm looking forward to meeting, especially Dan and Tom, New Guys Guitar and Garage. I talk to them almost every day with all the stuff that we do channel to channel, and it'd be nice to actually see them.
Oh yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, I mean, thanks to YouTube, I've become friends with, well, I mean, all of you guys,
Yeah.
Ari Debrinian, at Zero. You know, I actually talk to these guys off and on through the week. And who would ever thought that I'd have, you know, long distance friendships?
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, where else do I get to talk to a guy from the other side of the state, a guy in Virginia, a guy in a guy out in Idaho, and yeah, guys in California, guys in Canada,
New Zealand.
New Zealand. Dino. Oh yeah, Dino, if you're out there, hey brother.
He was on earlier.
And so it really goes to show that Dino is definitely a morning person.
Yeah, so Slimo.
Yeah, Slimo, or Tavo Garage too. Tavo Garage is another. He's from the land down under, and
Peckerwood.
wow, he plays with more Hemi sixes than I've ever seen in my entire life.
Bama. How can we forget Bama?
Oh, yep, Bama.
Oh, we got doctor in the house. Hey,
The doctor is in. The doctor's in.
Oh, he's back to doing Mondays again. Cool. I am way behind on watching everybody's stuff. I have been nothing but in the garage in editing.
Oh yeah, I've been recording a little bit along the way, but for the most part, I mean, I'm fighting 3 fires. I mean, I'm working on shop truck. I'm working on my nephew's car, which is a 76 4-door Nova my dad gave to my nephew. He's 14, going to be 15 next month. But so yeah, we're working on that, and then working on my lady's Super Beetle also. So, and I'm running out of summer.
Yeah.
Yay!
You guys, summer. Do you guys go right into winter too?
Not really. I mean, October. We have some beautiful. I mean, you'll have cold days, but our cold nights and warm days. You get some Indian summer going on in October, and then usually around hunting season, November, it isn't that great, but tolerable. But on the cold side, a little worse in December. No snow as of yet, but it's coming. And then usually around Christmas time, that's when the snow machine kicks up. And then, yeah, it's miserable until March. Sound about right, 6%?
Well, yeah, you forgot. We go from summer to donut and apple season.
Yes, summer from donut to apple season. Yes. As a matter of fact, I was at an orchard just last week. I was looking at buying 55 gallons of unpasteurized apple cider. The old man that owned the orchard has a 75 J20 with 40,000 original miles. He bought it new, and he wouldn't let me record it on YouTube. Rust-free, chocolate brown metallic.
That's very cool.
No options. Had a tan interior. It didn't even have a radio. It had a radio block-off plate in it, which I loved.
That's my Chambler has that. Actually, has a radio delete plate. Actually, does.
Really?
Yeah. No, up here, the minute it turns to mild fall, it's donut. Every orchards get packed. I mean, like standing room only, and they all make donuts.
Oh yeah.
Weird fight. Yeah. Everybody it's like Apple Disneyland. There's goats and petting zoos and weird crap and.
In the fall and then there's haunted cornfields and haunted houses, and then which are really big up here. And then also we used to have a kielbasa festival at one of the haunted places, and that was actually pretty awesome.
Yeah, because I'm 20 minutes north of Hamtramck, which is Polish town.
Man, Hamtramck is where it's at. If you want traditional Polish food, Hamtramck is where it's at.
Pierogies and
kielbasas. Oh my God.
Oh.
Yeah. Glumpkies, pierogies. Oh yeah, Polish soup. That one soup they have. Oh man, yeah. I'm gaining weight just thinking of Hamtramck.
In fact, I just bought some nasty frozen pierogies just so I can remember, kinda.
I mean, really, all a pierogi really is like a Polish ravioli. The dough is made from potato instead of flour, like Italian pasta. But I mean,
And a little
there's no wrong
cheese
way
and a
to
little
make a pierogi.
bacon. Ah, boil them, then you quick saute them in butter, and you serve them with sour cream, a little chive. Wow, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know how your weather is on your side of the state, Doug, but it's been in the 40s most of the last week and a half in the mornings. It's been a little better.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Same thing here. 6%. It's been in the 40s. I actually need to turn the heat on the way into work, just to keep the windows clear. It's been foggy as all get out.
Yeah, we've had a very weird summer. I know I've got friends in Texas that's been in the high hundreds or the low hundreds, and I think the hottest we've been is about 90. And that's hot here, but it was only a couple days here and there.
Remember the good old 100% humidity, though. So yeah, it's only 90, but I mean, you wear the air. That's the best way I can describe it.
Yeah, I know, but I lived in
that's air.
I lived in Florida for a long time.
Here, what's up? Hey, there you go.
It's still not as bad as Florida where I grew up. There's a ton of you can't compare the heat and humidity here to the heat and humidity there. It's sticky and crappy from sun up to sundown.
I'm with Drag Pack Merc. Sauerkraut soup is amazing.
Oh, and German potato salad. Oh,
yes,
my God, that is good.
My grandmother was raised in a German-speaking household, and her German potato salad is out of this world. But you got to have a taste for it because she uses extra vinegar in it. So it's really woo.
Got that little bite in it.
Yeah, but that's part of its charm. You know what I mean? Like she, at first you're like, whoa, Granny put way too much vinegar in this. No, that's how she does it, and there's a reason why.
Yeah, you need to, if you come out to Michigan, BareRose, you need to go to Hamtramck, you need to go to Frankenmuth because it's Bavarian chicken, and and also it's Christmas all year round. It's like the largest Christmas shenanigans in the whole state.
Like I said, one of these days I'm going to make it to Traverse Bay.
Oh, Traverse City?
Yeah.
Oh, Traverse City is a beautiful place.
Bear Museum.
Yes, Traverse City is a beautiful place. One of the very few places in America where you can be on the same place, go to the east side of Traverse City and watch the sunrise, and then go fart around all day, and then go to the west side of Traverse City and watch the sunset.
Cool.
Traverse City's kind of bordered by the lake, kind of like a finger off of the. Let me get my hand over here.
Yeah, you gotta get the.
yeah.
Do this.
Hey, where else can you say? I live here. Right here.
I'm right there.
Let me see if I can
get the pocket, huh?
The balance. I live. Well, I can do it
on the wrong side of the hand.
Okay, yeah, I'm on the wrong side of the hand. I'm over by the pinky.
Yeah, no, I'm like right here, and then basically a straight shot. It's about an hour up the thumb. There's a lot of
the thumb's really cool too. There's there is Zilwaukee with a Z, which they wanted to get all the immigrants everyone wanted to go to Milwaukee for all the brewery jobs, so they decided to make Zilwaukee, Michigan, so they'd get confused and show up there instead.
That thing Turbo Tom's talking about sounds kind of interesting. There's going to be a Model T tour from July 33rd to 20th in Cadillac.
Oh, Cadillac is a great place. My family has a cabin up there, and Cadillac is a great town. Mansalona is a really big town, and that's north of Cadillac.
I've still got to do the tour where you go around the outside of the state, the color tour. Because you can drive around all of Michigan and just literally watch all the different, because we have so many different areas and leaves and regions and weather.
Oh, yeah. They actually have a road, and I cannot think of its highway name, but just look up in Michigan, the Tunnel of Trees. And there is a winding road. It's a popular destination for motorcyclists. And it's just miles upon miles upon miles of all that beautiful. Yes, you're in a canopy of trees. Exactly, BareRose. Yes. It's called the Tunnel of Trees. You'll actually see Michigan bikers will have an actual Tunnel of Trees this year patch on their vest. So it must be good enough to get a patch.
We have one here that goes from Bear Lake, Idaho, all the way down to Logan, Utah. And you go through the canyon just like that. And then all the birch trees and everything, they just canopy over the road in the fall. They call it the color run.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, ASO. This is when you see someone from Michigan and they go, "I live here." That's because the state is shaped like a mitten. So I live here. Doug's somewhere over here. A couple other guys
somewhere over there. Yep.
Technically, Sweaty Fat Guy is way up here. He's actually in like this hand. Because he's more in Canada /
He's in the Upper Peninsula, gentlemen. So really, you look at the Lower Peninsula as a mitten, and the Upper Peninsula, look at that as a rabbit running west. And he lives over on the rabbit nose side of things.
See, Doug should know what this is. What would Thumper call us as being people who live on this side?
Oh, we're one of them trolls, eh? Because we live below the bridge. That's a 15 coup, eh? Holy wow.
Anybody who lives below the bridge is a troll.
Yeah, we're a troll. Or fudgies, because we go up there to buy their fudge.
No. That's okay. We have troll seating, so.
Oh, that's great. So yeah, so I can go sit there and everything will be fine.
Is there going to be a troll section, No Name, or is that just special?
Yeah, we had a big troll seating sign on one of the grandstands last year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I sat in that with Andy Wood. We were trolls for a day. It was kind of fun watching people go by and yell at them.
I would be totally impressed to see someone would have had enough brass to actually physically be there and say, yeah, I just like all of you guys, and I'm here, and actually do it. Because everyone else is a chicken, but that man or woman who did that, I would commend. Hey, you
don't want them there.
You're there. Good for you.
I mean, it would be a nice sideshow, but I don't want them there. And, I don't want to be tempted to punch any of them, the ones that are really bad and deserve it. So I just don't want them to show up. It's better without them.
Oh, I agree, but I just think it's really funny. That's kind of the.
Some of them even got free tickets and all expenses paid.
Oh my God! Yeah, I mean, crap. I mean, didn't you guys offer Brian Cabral actual booth time pay if he were to
Austin did all that. Austin did all that stuff. But
I didn't know I could go free. I'll just, John, I don't like you too much.
Cabral could register that Corvette that's not his, that he didn't crash. I don't know what his commute is from the house he doesn't live in there on 170 West Rodney French Boulevard. So, that guy's so full of it. Unbelievable.
But the community actually takes care of everything when you're there. It is just, you go over there and you'll see tools laid out and nothing gets touched. You see, we watch out for each other.
Right.
And if you want to go there to start some trouble, you're in the most videoed place on the planet at that time.
Yeah, but we can all choose to turn them off in case we need to take some guy out.
Well, they get a mention every now and then, like now, but the main thing is they don't come to stuff like that,
Oh, no.
And so when we get there, it was 100% troll free last year. And it was great. So they do their stuff on YouTube. They don't come do it in person. So they have a little fun using this for a punching bag. On YouTube. But when you actually come to an event like that, they're not there, and we have a great time, and it's all good.
Good luck, Busted.
I'm looking forward to actually meeting a lot of people that I've talked to and interacted with for 8-9 months now, and just talk to people and see their cars and meet a couple people that I've really found enjoyment out of and getting to know, and glad to call them friends. It'd be nice to actually meet them in person.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
And plus, I've never been that far west, so it's another experience.
Really?
And one of my friends said that there's some world's biggest truck stop is somewhere in Missouri. I should try to hit that on the way back or something like that.
Yeah, what was the name of that?
I don't know. He mentioned it the other day, and I can't.
Yeah. It's on the tip of my tongue. And there's a lot to see around there as you come down, like you're going to be coming down that way. Memphis actually isn't that far from there. After, if you got time, you know, you can make a whole family vacation out of it. That's what we did.
Mm.
Just kind of meandered over and meandered back.
Well, I'm gonna head out. I got some things I got to try to wrap up, and
yeah,
then
I think we'll
I guess
close
I'll
her
get
up
the
here.
van loaded. I was hoping to do that earlier.
It's the Iowa 80 world's largest truck stop.
I'm
Iowa.
I'm leaving in 33 hours, so I better get rocking. We'll see y'all. Take care.
Yeah.
Thanks again, John.
Nice to meet you on Thursday there, John.
Thanks for doing this for us.
Yeah, I do appreciate that.
Yeah, we've been going for about 3 hours. I think we'll go ahead and call her. Is Uncle Tony going?
I'm assuming that let me check here.
Usually I check and see who's live, see who I can push her over onto.
Road beer is it? I don't see anything for Uncle Tony, but road beer is.
Road beer, looks like road beer and Uncle Tony are going.
Okay, yeah, Uncle Tony's not showing up in my feed for some reason.
Go over and check those guys out. Yeah, we can continue this party on over to their places. I can't find the links, otherwise I'd post them up here. But thanks everybody for coming out. 6%. Get a hold of me. I'll give you my phone number, and yeah, anytime you want to talk, yeah, hit me up.
I appreciate it. And thank you so much for all you've done for everybody that's trying to make it into the No Name this year, and I really do appreciate it.
I'm here to help as much as I can.
Yeah, same here.
Some of it's true, but some of it, you know.
I think I haven't met anybody. I mean, one or two people have been a little interesting, but I haven't met anybody that's been, stabbing anybody in the back so far. So.
Oh, Lord, no. And if they do, you can see right through it. But again, thanks everybody in the chat. We finally got the Dougster in here. Everybody got to see him, and he's a real person.
Have you had Learning with Juan in your chats at all?
No, but I did see him over in yours.
He's been on twice now. It's awesome. We had double Juan.
And well, everybody get out there and get some metal hot. And
thanks, everybody.
We'll catch you all next week.
Thanks,
everybody that makes it to the No Name Nationals. Good job, guys. You made it. And we'll see y'all next week.
Thanks, guys.